Hello and welcome to Fatecaster!
Yeah!
And another exciting episode of Shadows of Stravia.
Stravia.
Last we left off, our party was split between two battles. The majority went to the Middle Narusk Bridge where the Sunlit Path had barricaded themselves in a bold move, taking a blood-tied delivery cart hostage. Requiem and Zalfira, thinking themselves safe at the manor, were thrown into peril as three Dhamphirs bearing fiery runes on their foreheads teleported to them and immediately began to attack. Thanks to Nyx's connection, he alerted Tragul and Borislav to their danger, and they managed to rush back to the manor in time to save Requiem and Zalfira. Nyx also struck a deal with the druid of the Sunlit Path, allowing them to leave with the blood cart in exchange for a meeting at the Bone Cliffs this night at midnight. Nyx, also seems like a big night for Nyx, made a bold claim to Elian on their way home, implicating that their friend Elian himself is, in fact, Ashen Quill, the secret pen name behind the Sunlit Path propaganda. And with that, please join us as we descend into darkness.
Darkness. I think you're scatting every time that you do.
Okay, so it is 2 a.m. on the 26th of Yav, and the bridge party, at this point is returning back to the manor, unless you guys have anything else that you're doing. Nyx, you're the only PC there at the moment. The rest of you are at the manor in the aftermath of the attack with the bodies of those three assailants still on the ground, some of them bisected, another with the head cut off. What are you guys doing?
I'm still just running, so I'll be there in like a couple of minutes.
I'll be coming.
Well, you guys certainly came at the right time. Got our asses kicked a little bit.
Plural.
Starting to suspect this and that are tied together, if that wasn't clear enough. And the fact that they had exact access to the manor, that means somebody else has been here, knew where to set a rune. I'd assume that's the way they got here.
Are there still bodies on the floor?
There are.
Okay.
Go ahead and anyone who's at the manor right now, if you'd like to, you can give me an investigation or arcana or religion check.
I actually wanted to go to the bodies and carve out the forehead.
Okay.
What about survival?
One of them plus one.
What about survival?
Did you say investigation?
15.
Dang it, that's only on 11.
7.
15. What did you choose?
What's
your flavor?
Nat 20.
Sorry. What are you going?
What is your flavor?
Definitely Arcana.
Investigation.
Investigation.
No, you go Arcana. I'll go
Arcana.
investigation. Good.
Absolutely
I went religion, but I only did a 7.
Really, what would you think Requiem would choose? Like, what is she going towards when you see? So I'm basing this basically on the runes
I would
that they have is the most unique thing that they're displaying.
On their
I
forehead.
did 11.
I want to investigate because I don't know what it is yet.
Okay. So I mean, you see the runes are distinct, and it is in like a geometrical eye with a tear coming out of the corner of it, but the tear is like simultaneously a tear and like a ball of flame. On a nat 20 investigation, Requiem, it is the symbol of the bleeding eye cult. And wow, a nat 20 is really good for you here. So you know two things about the Bleeding Eye cult. What most people who are familiar with them would know about them are that they are a fanatical cult devoted to the faceless god, worshiping not just the orderly aspect of divine judgment, but its terrifying, purging flame of truth, a divine eye that sees all and spares none. They believe true salvation only comes through pain, loss, and revelation, and that the faceless God's silence is not absence, but a divine command to strip away illusion, ego, and corruption. Their central mantra is, "We bleed so the world may see." And on a nat 20, what I will additionally give you is like, and I think this comes from like your experience when you were a member of the Order of Agi Solis, that there were, while that cult didn't even exist then, you've heard rumors that there are like connections. There's a lot of similarities between the Order of Agi Solis and the Bleeding Eye cult, despite that they openly profess like that the faceless god is their deity, that you think it extends beyond that. You think it is more of an ideal that spans multiple deities of like the purity of truth. Like it doesn't necessarily matter if it's the purity of truth of the faceless god or the purity of truth of Apollo. They worship truth. So I think that's what you discern uniquely from a nat 20.
Have we had any run-ins with them? I know we've been really focused on the sunlit path, but have we had any suspicions that there's been activity of these guys in the area?
I don't think that you've had run-ins. But so what I think that you know is that this rune, the one that burned and then like faded into a brand, was a single-use teleportation that got them here. And so like these people did not have the ability to cast teleport on themselves. It was the rune that was ritualistically placed on there. And you think that it's not abnormal for like these cultists to be like, for whatever reason they were sent here, was kind of as like kill your target or die. And so they just get summoned to their target.
Yeah,
basically.
they weren't expected back. They were expected to go out.
So they were kind of expected to die in the process, hopefully killing their target to do so. And you know that there's like, because of that fanatical, like militaristic nature, they're very popular in the military of Stravia. It's like the main, for those who lean more religious, you know, it lends itself well to the very militant amongst the people.
Are you explaining anything that you're like finding out?
I'm going to explain all of that. And you guys are just so impressed by me.
So impressed.
Impressed.
With all that, with the understanding of it being a single-use teleportation, basically, does that mean that they had to know where they were going, as in they've had to have been there? Somebody who placed it on them had to have been there?
They had to know where they were going, yes.
Like, okay, they can't just be like, that place, like, that area. That, like, how would that work in depth as far as...
Go ahead and roll an Arcana for me. Arcana check for me.
Terrible roll. It's only 6 total.
6 total?
No.
I think you're not. Yeah, you're not sure. You do know that, and I think from what Requiem is describing, that like it doesn't magically take them to like their target. It works like a teleport. They have to know where they're going. But I think outside of that, yeah.
Yes, I'm just trying to figure out whether or not
10 feet of us.
It's like somebody else who put it on there has already been here. So they knew exactly, like, mind-wise, where they're locating them, what it looks like, because they were right inside the door in the right spot.
Do I have any suspicions, like where to start? Do I feel like there's any leads?
At this point, the Nyx and the bridge party erect.
Okay.
As Martin Gray.
Well, I'm wearing a mask right now.
Okay.
I have my fancy as fuck ski mask on, so.
But you're in the same clothes, so I'm going to assume we know it's you.
Where to start?
Yeah.
Do I feel like there's any
huffing and
leads?
puffing. Do you need a minute?
Like, do I recognize
So I'm
any
like
leads?
wiping blood off my blades just ourselves and myself.
I think additional leads would have to
I
be
did die.
researched
Died.
by you. So you have to spend
She
the time.
died again.
I died too.
I'm impressed.
Wait,
You
did
almost
you actually
died
go
again.
down?
These are
Oh yeah, we both went down.
I had an automatic
When
2 failed death
unconscious,
saves.
okay, when you go unconscious, you're not dead.
We went unconscious.
It is for the dramatics.
these undead came here to die.
That they did.
No fear
Oh,
of death. That's
yeah.
pretty impressive.
And I was carving that out. Did I have to
Good
do
job.
anything, or can I just carve out? I'm carving out
you
the
can
forehead.
flay
I'm
the,
legit
you can flay their
flaying
foreheads
a
to have
symbol.
the
Your
rune.
companions are pretty weak. Why?
Sorry?
We don't talk about
Do I
that.
hear
I mean, it's
That's why they got me.
pretty evident. Look at all the dead.
Like, they're dead.
They're also wearing plate
Where?
armor
anymore?
Because of us.
that may or
Yeah,
may
no,
not
that's
be
why they
sized
called
to
you
anyone.
source.
But if anyone
Yeah,
wants plate,
I would like to.
there's plate
we
armor
are
here.
not dead.
I would like to.
Like
see
for
if I can-
Tragul, you know, it's not going to fit you. So you're going to have to, like, if you want to, you're going to have to gather all these pieces
I'll
and
give-
take it to us, take it to Karina
Yeah,
and have her,
exactly.
put it, melt it
She
into
passed
new
out.
armor for you. But
She is.
existing as is, it is nice.
passed
plate
out and
armor
pretty
for you.
passed out right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
try to save your
I'll
life.
gather what other people don't want.
Yeah, Karina's. Oh,
She
thing
had her hammer.
good thing I was
Oh.
here. Am I right?
Karina,
We got it.
you're wonderful.
I'm gonna walk up to Karina and be like, "This sword. What is it?"
Look at the teeth. It shed blood.
It-
Tragul.
It almost spoke to me, like in my mind.
I didn't know I could do that, but that's. I mean, do you mind? Can I'll take this with me tonight, and you
Sure.
come see me tomorrow, and I'll have some more for you.
Okay.
Ah, good boy.
Oh. Oh.
Excuse me.
Not you.
Oh, okay.
So what are we doing tonight?
I would like to go to sleep.
Yes.
It is. I'd like to remind everyone that less than 12 hours ago, Virelia died and Zelfira died, and this is. I mean, it is like the next day technically because it passed over to 2 a.m. But really, it's the same day. You have not long rest since all of those battles, and you've had that battle, another big battle. Borislav's fairly refreshed, but Tragul also just like. Speed run like a 16-hour total journey to the mountains in addition to those battles.
Yeah.
It has been a long day.
It has been a short amount of time, and not only has my grandma's life already been taken, but mine was just about taken again, and not many people even know yet. That word has gotten out that I'm even Countess. Therefore, those who came in here knew, and there's only a handful of people who were here prior to our last battle that have any idea that I'm a target right now.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, like that douche with the dog that did nothing.
The Black Hearts, yes.
Oh, yeah. Them.
Celine. She knew. That book, we need to know. Isolde has the book, right?
Where the heck is Isolde?
Yeah,
But I
you
can't-
can-
Managing
someone else-
business. I sent
someone
him
else
on
might want to know.
affairs he needs to deal with. But Isolde has the book that we do need to know about. But the Black Hearts, the Bright Woods, Bright Winds, Bright Twins, and the Sunlit Path, the only ones that were, aside from us, knew. And they came right for me, not for her. They knew their target very well, and they came right into the house.
Luma starts inspecting one of the bodies that you didn't carve the
I'm like
rune off of
holding
her
it in
forehead.
my hand, just
Yeah,
like
she's. Oh, very
I'm waiting for.
A series of events happens. The bell around her neck, like
Oh no.
it shouldn't. There's no reason for it to ring, but it does. And you see her hand go to her necklace, and she needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Is anybody doing anything in that moment? I'll say first.
No. No, if we notice that, I'll wait until she's done.
You hear the bell
to
ring,
talk
and
to her.
you just see, you know that's like you, and immediately gather that's supernatural. Like she's not ringing it. There's no wind. Her eyes grow wide, and she grasps her hand.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that when we got here before all this happened, about trying to save her. So I'm going to swap my gears for a minute to go back to her, 'cause she's not supposed to be here. And... yeah.
My time may be running out.
You wanted to tell us.
What do you mean, dear? What do you mean running out?
Well, Nymera just attempted to summon me.
Well, you don't have to go if you don't want to.
What does the bell do?
It has the ability to take me to her side unless I resist its call, which is difficult to maintain.
Well, let's just take that bell off then. Easy peasy.
Not exactly so easy peasy.
What happens if you remove it?
I can't.
What would happen if I ripped it off?
I probably die.
Let's not do that.
With your expertise, I'm assuming you've looked into this before, as your life seems to be tied to it, and somebody you dislike very greatly. If you were to try and remove it, how would you go about it?
Nymera is a skilled... she's an overseer of the Order Bone, so one of our best. This was crafted to bind her to me, and she knows that I am also skilled, so it's no trivial matter. It can theoretically be picked, but very difficult, and should we fail or I fail, it has the potential to kill me, being removed. Otherwise, it binds me to her.
Not picked or... Now, is there an unbinding spell, or is it a curse, perhaps? Or is it just bound? A binding spell.
What happens if you do die before you remove it?
If I die before I remove it, this has been intentionally hidden from me by Nymera, but she looks at you and her eyes flash gold. And then going, I still see things that Nymera does not know. I don't believe it does protect me in some manner. If I were to succumb to wounds, then it would teleport me to her, but with, my life maintained.
Oh. That's not what I was thinking.
We can't, unconscious
Kill her.
her and bring her back.
There's potentially magic
have it
that can
fall off.
undo it, but again, she knows what she's doing. That's something that someone of her level has that I do not.
Is Elian here right now?
He's here.
Elian. Yeah. Have you heard of something like this in all of your research?
You see uniquely that Elian seems super distracted and is not
flare
taking
my
notes.
nostrils as soon as I realize
which is
Elian's even
unusual,
here.
I think. And as you ask him about that, like you expect him to be like furiously scribbling because this is interesting, magical information. But he, no, I've not. That's an interesting magical artifact, and he's like realizing that he should be writing things down now and starts catching up.
There you go.
Dearest gentle reader.
Elian,
Yes.
again,
Get Elian.
where were you earlier when you were getting beers?
I apologize. I had to attend to some errand. It is
An errand away from everybody in a very peculiar manner, which was...
A man is allowed some privacy, Zelfira. Why are you on this so much?
Elian's
Came back with
hands
mud
begin
on
to
him when
shake,
he went to get a beer.
like violently tremor.
Oh,
He's
so
holding his book
scared
and he's
him
like,
now. There, little
So
man.
look at his presence right now.
Yes.
Is this not
Is Elian alive? Is he like
alarming
human?
to you?
Okay.
Is it not alarming to you?
yeah, you just identify him as a human.
Why are you defending him?
Well, we all
Next.
have secrets, I suppose, and you haven't exactly shared yours
You
either.
still have secrets.
I mean, a few, but I'm pretty sure I just purged like 90% of everything that I know. If anybody in this entire group has fewer secrets than anyone else, it is me. When are you going to start sharing, huh? And
When
will you
you've
stop
earned-
pestering everybody else until you actually get to the same plane, yes? Bit hypocritical for
Do you know who you're talking to right now?
a countess.
Yes.
Here's a question, Countess. What happens to all the missing children?
That's a great question. I actually want to know with you if I know.
Give me
So much going on
a
right now.
investigation check.
All of the things.
And right after the battle, like when we were doing our investigations, I wanted to start sniffing everything. I have a beast-like sense. If I
Yeah, you
sniff things
do.
for 10 minutes, I
Put that
can
snoop
track
to
it
work.
without, it's like imprinted in my brain. So I can smell anything if it comes from the same people, from the same stuff. I'll know where it's from.
17.
So if I smell it again in the
Oh,
future,
well.
I'll have an
17.
idea.
Get
So if
Okay.
I run into any more of their
Got
order or whatever it may be, I want to kind of have that in the back of my mind.
You love
Yeah.
it.
So
Yeah, you.
I'm like looking at stuff, but I'm like picking it up. And like,
He's
Yeah.
just walking
And probably-
around bang
like
from
the
the man.
Really
the
snap
bodies of the
things.
Damphir, right? I think you like imprint them, right? Like the smell of their clothing and the boots, the dirt that was on their boots, and
Yep.
all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
17.
Good boy.
17. Some of it eludes you. And I think that you know that this was one of her biggest fights.
I was going to say, I would believe that she was on the side of the right, like fighting against
Yeah.
it, trying to find it, right?
I think when you think of that, you recall a specific summer where you were summering at
Summering.
at the Skorn
In the
Estates.
shade, of course. Summary in the shade.
On one of those events that King Lariel and Prince Lariel, came to visit, and Prince Lariel was very, as a young boy, was trying to like court you and walk through the orchards with you and all of that kind of thing. But you were very interested in like the private discussions that King Lariel and Virilia were having in her studies. So you would try to sneak off, to her office, ear to the door when you believe that they weren't listening to you. And I think that you recall a specific time, one of the few times that you heard them really get into an argument, and it centered around the blood ties and the children of Slavoka, and Virilia vehemently stating that the children of Slavoka should not be a ransom of the tithe, and Lariel essentially stating that it's the only thing that guarantees that the parents pay it. Like without the henchman, like I think you hear him commiserating, and I think you got a little bit of like him talking down to Virilia in that moment of like, oh dear, I know how soft your heart is.
Yeah.
But you
She's
understand that, like a little bit mansplaining her,
Yeah.
like this doesn't work without this kind of thing. And she didn't like that. And so the information that that is specifically that it is kind of the final ransom of the tithe for individuals who can't pay, then their eldest child is taken as for that month's payment.
So I know that much as far as, and then I know little bits about growing up, what I've heard, but I don't know where.
I think the thing you know for sure is that they're taken, right? And like their future is decided by the crown. And I think because of that conversation, like, yes, locally it's sort of decided, it was sort of decided by Virilia, but like she couldn't undermine the king and say that it couldn't be done, right? Because he has to say, everyone in Stravia, this is how we pay the tithe. So you have to do what everyone else is doing, basically.
Yeah.
And so that their fate is decided by the crown officially. And I think that there was, there's definitely dark things that could potentially happen to those children.
Yeah.
I think that, like, the best thing that could happen to them is that they're recruited to service, right? Like the gifted ones will probably end up in the academy, arcane, or joining the military. But the ones who are not so lucky probably have a darker future.
To answer your question, I do not know what becomes of those children. I know what you speak of, only to a certain extent, as the crown determines that, not myself, not Verelia. She fought against it many years ago, but we're only one small part in this big battle against... I agree with you. So stop coming at me and my crown and my grandmother as if we're on that side of that war, because we weren't. That's why they want her dead. That's why they wanted her dead. There's many reasons that the Blackhearts and the other families don't know, and we hide our secrets very, very close to home. Because in a world led by vampires, if you aren't like the others, and you try to stand against them, it's seen as weakness, not strength. And they just want to stomp on you, really. This world, what we have here, it may not be perfect. There might be a lot of death and decay. Maybe you're not used to it. But we're doing what we can here for these people. There's room for it to grow. There's room for it to get better. There's room for a lot of change, honestly. That's what she fought for many, many years. But you have to do it very carefully. Or else the crown will come in and the crown will wipe it all clean. And what you want and what I want and what they want and what all those people out there that are fighting us, because they are misled by whatever battle they're fighting, it won't matter anymore. We'll be gone. And they will come in and they'll make new rules. Rules that match all of their rules. And what are you fighting for then? It's a wrong battle. But you see this? I'm holding up the skin with the symbol on it. This is what we need to figure out. Because they know things. And I'm afraid they're misleading. The sunlit path. I think we are on the same side in certain ways, and they don't realize it. They're getting false narratives from a bunch of bloodthirsty, I know, sounds funny coming from me as I survive off blood, but even more so bloodthirsty vampires that do not care about them and do not care about their future. They're using them as pawns. And then they're going to come in and they're going to get rid of them or subject them to worse. But if you think I don't care about the children and what's happening here and the people that are here, that's a lot more telling. And I don't know if I can let you in on more secrets. If that's who you think I am. There's a reason I haven't trusted you this far. You've shared a lot last time, which is honorable. But there's something deeper. And honestly, we'll see when we get there. As far as... Do you understand the symbol right here? Like, I show it to Nyx to see if he knows the...
Natural one.
I do not. I've never seen that before in my life.
Is Elian writing now?
Elian has packed his book and is looking at the discussion. I would love to give you a good answer, Countess. Do you mind if I head to the library to prepare my response?
Would you like a buddy to go with you?
I think I should do this alone, if that's okay.
Alien, I have a few
Can I
things
do
to
a-
chat with you actually
I
about.
want to do a.
If you wouldn't mind, Countess, I will accompany
check.
him. In the meanwhile, I struck a bargain with the folks at the bridge. I gave them the blood, and in response, they shall be able to have a meeting with us to discuss truce and potential peace. You have until midnight. I'll go see to Elian.
And I walk out of the room.
I rolled a 26.
26.
I'm very insightful.
You are very insightful.
I roll a 19 and then I have 7. So.
I have 7 too. That was a good roll.
We know the obvious. Elian is extremely backed into a corner here. Seems, his fight or flight has surrendered to flight, as is his nature. And you smell fear coming from him. You hear his heart and though recently fed, you can't help but feel a little bit of a draw there. The innate predator sense of, a rabbit in your eyes. You gather that he seems entirely truthful in what he has said to you. But there's an element of finality in that truth.
I don't like that.
I'm not inciting to him, but I would still... You're going with him? I'm going to trail behind you guys.
As I say, before he turns, I would say, Elian, I really need your heart rate to calm down. It's off the charts. And I'm going to say,
It's appetizing.
Rec, please see to Elian and Nyx as they go to the library. Hopefully, if there's anything you still need, one of these two can help you out.
Of course, he bows extremely low. Thank you.
And this conversation's not over. Again.
And he will hurriedly turn and descend into the basement. You two following?
Yep.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I turn and I watch the hound sniffing the house.
It's been over 10 minutes. I'm done now. Now my face is just like I'm kind of listening in to your guys' conversations.
Before I left, I went and handed them some more jerky.
Those two? The big boys?
Like big handfuls.
So you can reduce your encumbrance. I'll give my portion to Dragul.
Suit yourself. It's smoked.
It's smoked. She's very proud of her jerky.
She is a chef.
Do you have any place that's less smelling of blood, death, near here?
You can go into the gardens. It's quite
No, you'd like the gardens.
more.
Would I like to do that, or would
Homey.
we just go into the forest? I don't mind accompanying you.
I still need to speak to your friend.
I can follow you to the
If you'd like
gardens
to
if you'd
speak
like.
to you.
Show the way.
Okay. They're going to walk to the gardens, so we'd walk past the fountain, right? Because it would be on the inside. Inside, but out. That way.
Okay, so the three of you head to the gardens.
What's Luma? Is Luma coming with us? We
Shoot.
Oh,
we need to
yeah.
figure out Luma's.
There's Luma, there's Lenora remaining here.
Lenora can't. She won't go. Well, I guess I could ask her again. Actually, as we're walking, I'm going to make another pointed look at Lenora and say, Lenora, I know last time you didn't want to part ways with your items, and that's okay. But if you'd like to join them, you're welcome to. You know the standards that are necessary.
Why is that changing?
What did you hear? Or what did you see when you looked at Alien?
Fear. Lots of it. He's hiding something. I don't know what, but
I'm concerned for him.
I was going to ask if she was picking up on.
What do you think he has gotten himself into, Lenora?
I don't know for certain, but with the way he just acted and these events this night, I fear it is over his head. And I would ask, she'll take her tome of the Faceless God is like double chained to her hip as like a war cleric. You know, she has her tome and her mace, and she unchains it. And again, her spellcasting component above board, but we'll hand it to you as a sign of faith.
Do I know what this religion is? Faceless God?
Yeah. I think it's impossible to not know, at least be familiar with the basics in Stravia. But I think, go ahead and give me a religion check.
And
an investigation check. What's happening
12.
here?
I think you primarily associate it with the undead, like, you know, the god of the undead. There is a little bit more to that for you. Like, I think that you recognize that perhaps this faceless god serves many roles for different people. But I think your primary connotation is with like, oh, that's the one the dead worship.
Okay.
She will hand you the book, and in exchange, I ask, will you do everything in your power to keep Elian safe?
If Elian is honest and starts telling me his truths, yes, I would.
Some of his responsibility is mine. If this is a responsibility of the Inquisitor, then I may have a difficult night ahead of me, but protect him from himself.
That's a harder task.
Please do what you can.
If they weren't willing to listen, then I don't know what I can do, but I will try my best. Which is why I've sent a few down there with him that also see his good side. He has great good side. Elian is good, but...
Would you allow me to come to the gardens with you?
Absolutely. Well, of course. I'm assuming my maid's nearby. I'm going to hand her the book and say, please keep this safe for when she returns on this side. And...
Of course, my lady.
It's a ghost?
She's a ghost,
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Just walk through the wall. Ugh. Okay. So then she should be able to walk through this.
So heading
what
to
about Nymira? Not Nymira.
Luma.
Numa. Look at Numa.
I think Luma would go with Nyx.
Luma.
Otherwise
Okay, yeah, that would make more sense. Numa.
That was picturing
Luma. Wait, and Luma doesn't have an... Was she able to?
Luma?
Fine, yeah.
To walk past the fountain?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's very telling. All right. Okay. So yeah, I just took a book.
So we're walking by a fountain that's just full of blood.
In the center of a giant manor, yes. But
yeah, in the center of
you don't have to go right by it. You can go around.
Okay, remember, I got like a dog nose.
You're smelling it. It's like moving. It's fresh.
It is. There is a statue in the center of the fountain, and it is a statue of a beautiful, long-haired, mournful-looking, appears like human in her features, woman with like a diaphanous robe, and like from her hand, the blood is like pouring, and circulating in the fountain. From the scent, as you walk past Borislav, you sense a check, just some sort of searching that doesn't impede your path or doesn't stop you.
Does it seem like coming from the statue?
From the statue and from the blood. And from the blood itself, I think your mind starts to question, like, this blood seems old, but it isn't coagulated. It is still running. And there's a scent of in this space, as uncomfortable being here as you are, there's almost like a familiarity to it. Like you sense, you almost comforted by it. There's a scent of like wild things and fresh growth and spring and a fresh kill of a hunt. This isn't the scent of, death and rot that you get from this blood. It's almost, it smells sanctified, but in a way that that you welcome.
Well, I didn't say that.
What did you roll
for you?
I rolled a 16 for. It was just generally how I would feel about it. Like it wasn't a check or anything. Just if I got over 10, I'd be comfort. Like there's some form of respect here, unknowing how it's being presented, or like how they've all the creatures that have filled this fountain. Are they being disrespected here, or are they being respected? I feel okay about it.
And I think with that feeling, and you identified that again uniquely, this is a center of nature in this dead land. And I think there's still more questions than answers.
True.
But there's connections there, and your mind starts to wonder about that.
Yeah. What's the garden look like as we're approaching?
You approach the garden, and it's probably 2:15 a.m. or so, and it is a beautiful garden.
Actually alive.
It is very much alive. You walk into it, and there are like the large. It is a large hedge maze. You identify, but. Certainly alive, like thriving, living things. And you first identify that it is like meticulously maintained, which is like not how you would treat living things necessarily. It's a little manicured for your taste, probably. Like you prefer to let living things run wild as to their course, but certainly alive. And the first thing that strikes you is the hedge, the hedge maze, meticulously maintained, but a thriving collection of strange flora that defy this undead landscape. There's bioluminescent plants that are casting a glow, like a set, in display plants like along this hedge maze, and very still. And I think that's the first thing is like you immediately identify like there are very rare living things here. These plants, the ones that are glowing, and there's this blood ivy, and these dark red roses that grow here. But you identify like, wow, I've either never seen that before, or like I've seen that once on a mountaintop, and I like marveled at its beauty one night as it bloomed, but never in this quantity.
Yeah. I think like for the first time here, Trugul would probably see that Borislav's eyes were like lit up in a sense of wonder. Almost like a child would be, but almost in a ignoring everyone around me, I would go be looking at these things and pose a question immediately to the Countess.
Who was this she that you were speaking of before that live here?
Aurelia, my grandmother.
I don't know her.
Well, unfortunately, you won't get that honor, as she was killed less than 12 hours ago. And she spent her entire life, which is 300 plus years, protecting and serving and trying to honor Slavoka and make it a better place for both vampires and mortals. And honoring what she believed was right and that my grandfather believed was right.
What was that they thought was right?
Respect, balance, kindness when necessary, or not when necessary, but kindness over it's a rarity amongst vampires to lead with a moral code. But they never were like other vampires. Moral code went first. Yes, we survive off blood. There's no way around that, unfortunately. But I know our world isn't what your world is.
Borislav, give me a nature check.
Net 6 plus 4, 10.
You catch the scent of small predator. Not a threat, curiosity. And in the hedge next to you, just two shining eyes. You identify of a small fox. And it just kind of pokes his head out at you. What's everyone else's? Nix and Zafira see him as well.
I'm not there.
Oh, Nick's not there.
That'd be me.
Zafira.
Tragul, myself.
Trogul doesn't see him.
Yeah.
Trogul's like, "Roar."
What's Lenora's?
Oh, mine was 17.
I don't know if
was
Lenora
sad.
sees, but
But,
and my passives.
You're not
Lenora?
there.
Lenora's
It's just Lenora and myself.
You
And
see Lenora kind of look over. But it just kind of extremely curious and mainly regarding Borislav. And he
does this seem anything odd to me? Because, or is there like life that's usually back here animal?
There's life.
Okay,
I do
so I'm not surprised.
cast speak with animals as soon as I see it because it's probably the first
Yes.
ritter
Ooh,
that I've seen.
he's distracted.
His nose twitches.
And I'll get low, like really low, so I can kind
I'm
of
like mid
make
talking,
myself
and then
small,
suddenly
as
I
small
just
as I
watch him
can.
Kind of takes a step back
do
as
it,
you
like,
as you
okay.
crouch.
What they do, my
We lost him.
You just
He's
cast speak
okay.
with animals. Do you?
I cast it quiet,
No, I'm just
to
watching.
start, and then
It's a good puppy.
Hello, my friend. I do not mean to intrude in your home. Are you safe here?
Oh, hello, big guy. I am safe, and this is my home. You are welcome here.
Are they not?
Some of these scents are familiar. There's the dark-haired one's been here many times over the years. That smelly ogre I've never seen before. He worries me he might trample on my den. But what brings you here?
The smelly ogre. He is a friend of mine. His peace was in trouble.
You all hear like little tripping fox noises.
I just love that we were having a conversation.
I'm missing this.
We're having a conversation,
It's like
and then suddenly he just goes and turns.
I would hope, and not like kind of in a disrespectful way, but I would hope that it would honestly tell you like where you as a Baroness stands or Countess stands in like my respect
Yeah.
levels. Like I'm going to respect the animal
like,
nature
the
over the
conversation.
Countess.
Deference to
And then
Yeah, like-
suddenly you just swap. I'm like, oh,
Hasn't
okay.
bowed to
I'm
the
just
countess,
watching.
but is bowing to the fox. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um.
Do you eat well while you are here?
Oh yes, I've been here many years. Many years indeed. just be wary on some of the paths.
Within the maze.
Within the maze, should you not wish to find yourself transported somewhere else.
They do not come back if someone finds themselves in one of these odd paths.
I think, and as you mention that, you cast your eyes to a corner of the maze as his bright kind of golden eyes kind of dart over to a corner, and you see another statue similar to the one you saw in the blood fountain. This one seems male and also kind of tall, again, like carved in, like limestone, a pale stone, but a male, long hair, but with like a small, like four-pointed antlers on his head. And you see kind of his arms stretched out, and his face is like worn with time, but certainly feels powerful. And beneath him is like a large, winding, like circlet of these black roses with twisting green ivy. And you look down and you're like, oh, that might be the fox's den. Like it's a very small hole that it makes it a small creature could burrow, could
make
fit
his way
through,
into.
could make his way into. And you look at the roses, and a memory comes to you from when you were a young boy. And, as you do, ranging through the woods on a hunt or on an expedition where you encountered similar growth, never seen these flowers before, and as a young man explored them and found yourself pushing through the ivy, pushing through the roses, and emerging into a strange wildness that you've never seen before, where the sky was like a violet magenta, and everything was unique. Like you've never seen these plants before. The trees would like move and reach down, and you saw like a bird walking by, and the tree would like offering a fruit to this bird as it something you've the wildest imagination. The colors were vibrant, like someone had turned up the saturation on everything, just like you were taking a drug trip, right?
Yeah.
And wandering through that afternoon and finding yourself lost, you encountered a nymph who spoke to you there, just kind of small talk, and offered you a way back home, which you accepted. But just that memory, it almost feels like a dream. And I think for all those years ago, you've discounted that as like, man, I ate a bad mushroom.
Yeah.
That was a weird time. But you look at those roses, and the roses are the key. That like those roses don't belong here. And they're not from this world.
Was I afraid while I was there? Was that something that...
I think at that point, you probably would have been like equally in awe and intoxicated.
Okay.
But like rationally fearful. And I think it was like the nymph was very friendly and kind of had to persuade you into leaving, like, young friend, I think it's time for you to go. And I think that you recognize like you found a good one. And should you have not, you might have never returned and found your way back home. So I think a mixture of everything. But like the part of you that your heart calls to the wild was like, there's no place more wild than this.
Awesome. Come on. Thank you for your guidance, but also being you. Please be safe here. And should you need anything, I will be around.
I will remember. It's good to have someone big like you.
Absolutely.
His eyes kind of sparkle.
Balance is very important. There are predators, like our friend here, hiding in the bush. He also needs to feed on blood, meat, to survive. I myself am one that does. But taking more than you're supposed to will leave a land ravaged, will kill it, in fact. And that's one thing that the vampire unfortunately do everywhere they go.
I agree.
Your grandmother,
Indeed, Verelia.
Berelia, sounds a lot like someone else I know. Someone who I've spent time in their courts. Someone who you may currently find yourself in a bit of a tussle. Maybe not with him, but with family, with friends. King Terceres of the Bright Winds, King of the Elves. I've been to his courts a few times. The Steelheart clan, we share the Grove of the Dead God. We fight every now and then. That was history. But he also seeks balance. He also seeks a mutual understanding and survival for both the Steelheart clan, the giants of the mountains, and the elves. The elves are fierce combatants, fierce warriors. I know that the vampires and the undead can be pretty powerful at times, but understand this, the elves have been here longer.
They have.
And the vampires are the giants of the mountains. We have been here longer than that. So, any further pushing of whatever is happening here into the Grove of the Dead God would be like pushing a pebble down a mountain. You would cause an avalanche, and you would be on the bottom of that avalanche. It would not be without struggles for everybody, but it is important to you, for you, as a new baroness, a new countess, whatever you may be for your people here, to know that if you are to pursue a path of peace, it sounds like Nyx has already begun that for you and the Bright Winds. Do you understand the names Elena?
Celine?
So wait,
Elena.
you wanna
Elena.
EB?
Huh?
EB.
EB.
Oh, yes.
Do you understand the name Fenrik?
Was Fenrik there too? Or have I ever had it?
name?
I was like, I know EB because she left
think-
notes and I saw her. So I know EB. And she killed me.
Tragul.
Killed me.
Tragul was the only one who recognized the name.
Fenrik.
Fenrik?
No.
Well, of the
EB.
Bright
Or-
Winds.
Oh, no, I know
Bright
EB
Winds.
because I saw her on the boat and then she killed me.
Go ahead and you can give me an insight or a
But I don't
history
know about
check. The DC
Fenrik.
is 25.
Okay. For history?
No.
Oh, I guess I could
Intelligence.
literally just get 25 if I got nat 20. No, it's 23.
God, that's close.
I know, that was probably close.
Elena is a masterful ranger. She has been one of Viserys's great fists, if you will,
We've crossed paths.
for his military might.
She's the reason my grandmother's dead.
Her brother, now Viserys has many children, but her brother, Fenrik, he actually came to visit my late wife Katarina's home.
Oh. I'm sorry for your late wife.
He was a very powerful druid. Not one that you would want to mess with. And if you have indeed found yourself tangled with Elena, you will definitely have found her brother, Fenrik, close by. Now, the Bright Winds are powerful. but also very emotional, and they will fight for family. Your friend Nix, when I came to that bar,
Yes.
Pickled Imp, his face
Oh.
was one that I had seen before, but it did not belong to him. King Viserys has a brother, Admiral Corthus, I believe is what they called him. I saw him in the courts a couple times. Now, I was only there on behalf of the Steelhearts to negotiate peace, negotiate contracts, to work together in the Grove of the Dead God to keep ourselves from killing each other. They are very fierce, and they will protect their lands as much as we do, but we understood that through balance and protecting nature, we were able to keep ourselves together as one and work together towards a mutual goal. King Viserys' brother disappeared.
Admiral Corthus, is that the face that Nix wears?
That is his face. So, this face being worn by someone else is obviously a spit in the face of the Bright Winds.
I'd agree. That makes a lot more sense.
And for him to wear this face everywhere he goes was not... It's asking for trouble. The Bright Winds, seeing that, would only be the aggressors. And they would only want to kill everybody and everything that was involved with their uncle's demise, or whatever happened to him. The fact that he had his uncle's face, their uncle's face, the brother of the king's face.
That's a big deal. I agree. Therefore,
No, I don't know what is going on with your vampires. I see that you were attacked. Dragul and I were luckily there to save you.
thank you for that.
What we do.
My
Big guy,
pleasure.
there's a reason.
But
Like this guy being around.
you undead do not stand a chance if you are trying to kill each other and trying to fight the Bright Winds and whatever may come.
And that's exactly what the other houses want. As unfortunately in the world of vampires, it's power first. The hungry, the ones that hunger for power and more of it, they see weakness, which unfortunately that's what this house is right now. To them it's weakness. They took out somebody who I love dearly and left us in, to everybody else is going to look like scramble, which it is. I'm you can tell I didn't expect to be here. I know you just met me, but do I look like I meant to be here right now? No.
I mean,
I
you're
thought I wanted
undead, you're
to-
a vampire. This is vampire land.
Believe it or not, I'm not that old. I am still learning myself how to. I'm young. I'm not that seasoned, and this is all thrusted upon me way too early. But I care about these people, and I care about what my family stood for. And in a world of vampires, a moral code is not common, which is why it's so important that at least one house has it. There's a reason we are the house's secrets. We have many of them. And unless we trust those that are around us, those secrets stay very near and dear to our hearts because...
Sometimes secrets have a way of hindering building those relationships versus letting them out and actually working together with other people.
I agree. But again, it comes with the form of trust, if I can trust those around me. And please note, in a world of vampires, there's not many you can trust. Hence why those secrets stay close
I
to
don't
home.
trust any. I don't even trust you.
And I don't blame you for that. You don't know me. So, it's quite wise. I've grown up in a house with many secrets. However, the important thing was to keep those secrets near and dear and have more. information and more secrets than others, as that is our power. We are a smaller house, and secrets can go a long ways, but there's more.
I will ask you this. History.
Mhm.
Do you understand why your nation is not overrun by giants right now?
I'm gonna guess I don't. I do not. There's not many giants in this area. And this was dwarvish territory, if I know correctly.
That's right. Dwarves worked hand in hand with the bright winds in the past. Do you understand there was a giant invasion from the north that almost took this entire land? In
I
fact,
do not.
Gorath, your old friend,
You'll just see I get increasingly angry, but I try to hide it.
You're getting veiny. My insightfulness is not needing to check because I can just see he's angry.
Gorath was the one that tried to lead an invasion. He did something that no giant had ever done, and that was invade the land by sea.
Giants?
And he was almost successful, but only because of the bright winds. Only because of your elven northern neighbors. Were they stopped, turned around, and sent back to the north. Now myself, being a giant, I'd be okay either way. This place would probably be alive, to be fair. But if you care about the existence of your people, you need to get this shit together down here. Because Gorath is making another move. You think that this battle between the vampires down here and the bright winds is a thing. Wait until the giants come.
No.
Wait until the north invades again, and there is nothing that you could do about it unless you stand united with your neighbors. This land will be ravaged. This land will be dead permanently. And all that will remain are the giants.
I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to be talking to you, but now I'm talking to you in giant.
Okay.
And
That's fun. Do it.
If what I think, I still have the same accent. I'm still the same person. I'm just talking to a giant. I don't know how. Let's just go deeper. It just changes whatever a giant dialect is. With all this information you have shared with me today, it's very telling. House Eldrith, who is a contract house, a lower house, one that tries to belong, they're responsible for the face. That face that Nyx has. I don't know why. I don't know how. They came across that face. Nyx doesn't either. You were there. He told us the story. I would like to know how, and I would like to know why. Because to me, every little piece of this puzzle seems like it is very much on purpose. Eldrith knew, or whoever contracted Eldrith to put Nyx there in the first place, knew the face they were giving him. They knew him walking around our streets and being part of our crew and being part of our Blood Cloaks, the most fashionable piece that makes Slavoka, our guards, with that face, was a statement in itself that we didn't know we were making. At least, I would like to believe we didn't know we were making. I do not know all my grandma's secrets. She had many. But I knew her heart, and I knew my grandfather's heart. And they protected. I would say they went as far as to protect dwarvish traditions that actually started here, which is very much forbidden in the Vampire Nation. I'm telling you this out of confidence because I believe this matters to you. because it matters to us. A moral code, as in the sense of who was here first, still matters. And is balance perfect that's here? Absolutely not. I think there are ways we can grow and make it better, and you are somebody who can help with that, as well as, and I am open to that, as Countess here. But if what you're saying is true, and the giants are coming, I don't know how, but I believe we're on the right steps with Nyx and making a deal and trying to bridge an alliance with an enemy I didn't really realize was our enemy and would rather have as an ally. And to see eye to eye here rather than, I think there's a lot to hurt here and I don't know how to bridge that, because if family matters to them as much as it matters to me, which in this case you're telling me to look the woman in the face that killed my grandmother and look past it.
Your people were wearing the face of their dead uncle, if he's dead. Regardless, whatever happened to him, whispers of some sort of naval battle, something happening out in the sea, and him not returning was all that was spoken to our elders. But they will kill for their family as much as you will kill for yours. As much as I will kill for mine.
Oh.
As you can see,
Still just angry.
as you can see, it does nothing. I'm just gone. Like, I'm just
It's just
furious.
You
Like,
think?
yeah. Nothing that Borislav has said is necessarily news to you, Tragul.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
He hasn't
just
shared
the
any of
mention
this.
just the mention of the name.
Tragul's been a very
Borislav,
I see red.
Zelfira speaks giant fluently. There's a strangeness to it because you've never, like, I think we have to understand giant is almost basically exclusively spoken by people at minimum like 8 feet tall, right? Originally formed by people who were like 12 to 30 feet tall. So there's like, you know, enunciations of like requires a diaphragm that's that big, right? It's like the rumbles, right? So there's a part of like you're having some difficulty understanding her because her tiny frame can't make those sounds. But you understand, like she's still as best as her physicality allows, she's speaking it fluently, which is extremely strange, I think off-putting. I will say your mind starts to wonder, why does this vampire speak giant fluently? Like, what political reason would she even have to learn giant to that extent? So.
I think that it would have been a impressive note to Borislav. The fact that you were speaking giant to start is kind of, it's an old language, and so yeah. So do know that my temperament has softened a little bit, but.
I agree with what you're saying. And just because we're a house of secrets does not mean that we're like the others in the sense of we're also a house of peace. A lot of those secrets hidden here are honestly for our own safety and our own well-being in a world ruled, and I say ruled gently, as I know there are bigger and badder creatures out there that, until now, I did not know actually almost came over this way. I'd like to see how the crown would actually deal against them, because that's kind of a funny image in my head. But in a world where this house is smaller than many of the others, we are just one house. We have Isolde's house, who he is now head of, but there are many other out there that are bigger. And again, as I've stated before, if the crown senses weakness, we're done for. They come in here, they invade here, and they kill everybody, and they leave nothing. The Brightwoods wouldn't even have to do anything other than possibly attack, but the shame is that We are the house that would actually look for an alliance and look for a better future. That I'm not here for more power. I don't even want to be here to begin with. This was bestowed upon me. My one goal is to make them proud with what I choose to do here, continue in their footsteps, and trying every day to make this place better than it was yesterday. Not just for vampires, for every single human that I'm responsible for.
And creature.
And I look over. Is the fox still there?
He just pokes his head back out. Little eyes sparkle. Dark face. Goes back into the hedge.
And creatures. There's a reason I always loved being here growing up instead of out there. There's a lot of life here. There's a lot of comfort. And it's protected. And it's unfortunately rare out there right now. You're right, there's a lot of dead things. And it's a different world than probably what you're used to. And I grew up in it. I don't know much of anything else other than this place has always been like this. And that has been like, wait, would I actually, most of my memories, Slavoka has looked like that out there on the other half. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'm young. I'm not that old. And that's
I think, certainly the city of Slavoka has basically been unchanged. I think you've noticed a very slow degradation of the lands outside of Slavoka, slowly, like the face of someone who's passing is losing its color.
Mm-hmm.
I will leave you with this last piece of advice. Whatever is happening, you must know that regardless of what your feelings may be, the vampires are stripping the land, the earth, of everything it has. And because of this, there is no mutual living. There is no balance. If they continue to do this, it will force the hand of not only the Bright Winds and the Elves, but my people, the Steelhearts. And remember, one Tragul is pretty powerful. Imagine 200 of them.
No.
And that's just what I can muster quickly, myself. My job is to be a speaker for my people. And if I am pushed, I do not see good. If your heart is true and your mind really chooses to go for balance, go for peace, and try and bring some sort of harmony between our people and the land and yours, there may be a future. But if not, if you cannot get these other vampire houses under control or find a way to stop them, I do not see a good future for any of you.
And I'll go back to playing with the flowers and looking at roses and things.
We will move from there to the firelit basement library of Skorn Manor.
Oh yeah.
There's stuff happening now.
Mood lighting.
We see Requiem, Nyx, Luma, and Elian in the library. And Elian quickly, hands still shaking, begins to walk through the different aisles of this long, sprawling underground library. Lots of probably 30 to 40 shelves, but just stretching hundreds of feet. And he very quickly, I don't know how closely your guys are trailing him, but muttering to himself, pulls a few books, writes a few notes, goes to one of many like work tables where he already has from his previous sessions like dozens of books splayed out, papers askew, pulls out his large book and begins penning a few more notes. And almost muttering to himself, almost ritualistic here, almost feels like a chant as he's writing. A few moments pass. He has a large stack and he pens the word requiem on it. Puts that on the side. Another large stack, pens the word Nyx on the side.
Can I do something from out in while we're having that conversation outside? Can I hand my maid a note to take down to them since she's a ghost and goes through walls and stuff?
You can. I mean, you're this is kind of happening simultaneously, but so kind of towards the beginning of that conversation, you could quietly summon Maze, who you have some kind of bell
in about 30 minutes.
Probably would have been after Lenora. That's it. Like what after she had that conversation with me, I want to send a message to her that says, "Don't let Elian leave the manor."
Okay. So you give that to Maze. So during this time when Elian's pinning these things,
I want it.
Maze, Requiem, Maze, Requiem from the lady. And she hands you the note.
Thank you.
That says, don't let Elian leave the manor.
I'm going to message Nyx.
Nice.
Nyx.
Wait, you have that ability now?
She points at me.
This is the first time Nyx has had it happen to him.
How's it feel,
reverse. It's reverse. He rules.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
Do this too?
It is me, Nyx.
Just message.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, wait. Message 20.
Just me.
Is it the 20 word thing? Or?
Okay, you know who it is. Listen, we are not supposed to let Elian leave the manor, per Our Lady. It doesn't say why. I think she's really concerned about it. I am a little concerned about him too. He seems broken, but I don't think I'm assuming the worst just yet.
I'm reading. Can you only say 20 words?
No, message.
Okay. Just making sure. I didn't know if it was 20 words. I was like,
the copper wire.
just cut off.
You have to point them
Yeah,
and
wait.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Still
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
So, what do you think?
But they're speaking out
Yeah.
loud. Or like whispering.
Do an insight check on me.
Outside.
Just whisper back and forth to each other.
20.
Woo! Hot dice, guys. Look out.
Nyx is fuming, and he has been ever since he walked away from the conversation with Z.
Mm-hmm.
Above table, Eric completely understands, of course. But Nyx, as he's going down, he takes off, all of his other stuff, and he's become Martin again.
Mm-hmm.
And with a natural 20. You just read it on his face like he doesn't have an identity anymore. It's been stripped from him.
Oh.
And now his girl is going to be taken from him at any moment. And then the person that he put his loyalty towards, he felt like he was like badgering his pen pal. And so when you tell him Z now doesn't want Elian to even leave, the response is, so are we all prisoners now?
Oh my God. He's just protecting him.
Yeah, I'm just throwing up my hands.
He has to speak out loud for message, so he's whispering.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I knocked some books off the shelf.
Oh.
Yeah.
Disgracing the library?
Don't worry, Elian. It's fine.
Elian doesn't notice. He has pinned
Elian
another
knows him.
small paper, folds it up, and has addressed my friends. He puts the pen down.
He's a right
From his belt, he withdraws a vial.
No, do I know? Wait, no.
You guys are kind of having this conversation, and so you're probably far enough away that you wouldn't want him to hear what you're whispering to each other. You see him down the vial,
So angry.
and quickly, and his head hits the papers in front of him, and they scatter.
Oh, man.
What are your reactions?
I would love to run over there and medicine check him. Pulse. Do I see the vial?
You see the vial. The vial has like a label kind of smudged that says Somnus Noctis.
Do I know what that means?
Give me a medicine check.
As soon as I see a vial taken, I'm just going to give him an antitoxin.
You have one?
Yeah.
19.
Poison,
19.
I'm just rolling because I'm
What does your antitoxin say?
Says, as a bonus action, you can drink a vial of antitoxin to gain advantage on saving throws to avoid the poisoned condition.
With a 19 medicine check, you studied you studied under clerics, and you're familiar with this brew. You are aware that it will induce sleep and then a peaceful death in 30 minutes. And it's kind of the thing that you give someone when you know that they can't recover from their wounds.
We need to get Lenora.
To peacefully die.
Okay.
And Nyx gives him
Bring him up.
the antitoxin.
My vampire can carry him.
Doesn't say anything about, bringing somebody back from death. It's about saving throws to avoid or end the poison condition.
Yeah.
So is this a poisoning that is happening, I guess? Is the
Right.
question.
So the difficulty here is this is a specially crafted potion to guarantee death.
Yeah.
So you see him slump forward and he's asleep. So he's not actively making saving throws, right? What I will allow because of that, and it is very quickly administered, is I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw on behalf of Elian against his wishes. So with disadvantage, and I'll tell you that Elian's Constitution is not very high. He has a -2 to Constitution. So this is a DC 15. So this needs to be a 17 or higher with disadvantage as a Raven roll.
Oh my gosh.
I got this, guys.
You got this.
I'm so pissed right now.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, Elliot.
What is Lima doing while he's administering it?
Yeah, it's already. Yeah. It's a 6.
6. This has happened immediately. He took the potion. He staggered, slumped. You ran over, saw that as his hand flayed out, on his side, dropped to the floor. You read the label. You're like, I know what this is. I've administered this to people when we usher them to the afterlife.
I would have told Nyx. We have 30 minutes.
Nyx quickly administers. He has, ready, sees the vial, administers the antitoxin, and you put it in his mouth, and Elian, no response. Luma looks over. Curiosity. Her collar rings. Any reaction immediately to her collar ringing?
I need to her collar ringing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you guys have
Hold her hands.
intense.
And I just look at her eyes, and I just don't want this to be taken from her. So I don't say anything.
Okay.
Giant.
I'm gonna.
We need to get Lenora.
I'm gonna count that as a guidance for her. So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Come on, let me
We
get.
have no idea what's happening in your manor
Let me
right
get-
now.
Come on,
Are we more than 120?
We'll take that. That's good.
Yes,
That's good.
a 3. She needs to make a wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
and she needs 7 or higher on
Okay,
this deck.
it'll be good.
Oh,
It's
baby.
gonna be
Come
high.
on.
It'll be
Come
high.
on.
A 2.
Shit.
Oh,
Luma, the bell rings. you hold her hand, and her eyes widen. She goes to the collar. She looks at you. Nix. She's gone.
Man.
Things happening so fast all at the same time.
Yeah, I just slumped to the floor.
Wait, can I call for Mage or whatever the servant's name is?
You'd have to
for her?
run out.
Okay.
She's gone.
What's your flying speed right now?
I don't have a fly speed.
Or not flying speed, what's your...
30. But I'm slumped on the ground.
Yeah,
okay.
he's checked out right now.
He's going through
I'm
a
going to
lot.
yell as loud as I can. I don't know. Can anyone hear us down here?
You can run through walls.
You can run.
Okay, I'm going to... I'll take off.
You can run through walls.
And I'm just going to try and convey with my, I'm so sorry, about Luma, but I'm going to try and give that to you in my look, and I'll be back. Stay with him.
I'm going to form a connection with you.
Perfect.
Awaken mind.
Right before I leave, can I spare the dying on him? Will that work, or is that not...
Try it no matter what.
You could,
Doesn't matter.
if that's a reaction, you can cast it.
I would love to spare the dying on him.
Okay. You cast your magic. You sense it take hold. You're unsure. I mean, I think you're... Again, you know what this is.
I know.
It's this person's been given a lethal injection. Spare the dying was not meant for this. This is supposed to guarantee death.
Okay, I'm going to go as fast as I can to go get Lenora.
Okay. So you run out of the library up. You know that they went to the gardens.
Mm-hmm.
So at the tail end of your conversation, as Borislav finishes his final warning to Zelfira, Requiem appears in a rush. What do you do?
I'm going to look at you. I'm going to say Elian, and then look for Lenora.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna make.
But I'm going to say
Lenora.
she's going to need...
Lenora just
On her
runs,
person,
starts running
yeah.
towards running.
Where
back
is
and forth.
her? Did she dismantle anything when she came in?
She can't bring it past, and I'm gonna sprint past and run.
Then we need to
with
go
her,
get... I
but-
need you to carry Elian past... I need you to bring him out.
Vampires. We can carry him.
see
You are a lot
Lenora-
stronger than I am.
Lenora's runs
She's
past
gone.
you and then she yells and realizes
The book.
she can help him, but she
Can't down there.
She doesn't have her spellcasting component, so she can't.
So can
Lenora.
you guys... I
Need to
need...
carry him out.
Give him, get him. Let's go.
We need to. Okay.
So
Are you-
awaken mind. You're going to tell me this, and I'm going to start.
Are you going to go get Luma?
I'm able to shake myself out of it, and I'm going to start trying to just drag him
okay,
up to try to
Yeah.
meet you guys as close to the barrier as I can.
Okay.
I'm guessing Lenora and I would both be vampire sprinting down.
Yeah, you very quickly run off. You're faster than Lenora. I mean, you're a rogue, but she's also sprinting with haste. Very quickly runs, meets Nyx as he's pulling Elian up the stairs. Nyx is not an extremely strong fellow.
We'd be going to
But
lift him.
Elian's a slight guy, so he's pulling him. Fireman's carry, pulling him up.
I would not have followed them. I would have wanted to go get and find where Lenora stashed her
It would have been Mage the...
mage.
Yeah, she was... I told her to put it somewhere
Okay,
safe.
I'm going to find
so she could
mage
get
and
it.
see if I can meet them so that we're not having to wait.
So you've identified where we've talked about the lost and the storage place where people leave their things as they enter. So you run and get her tome of the faceless god, and a moment passes. Zelfira and Lenora arrive, find Nyx. Lenora immediately,
Picking him up.
the pair of them, and I think you're struggling up, and you just feel weightless. Them, and again, kind of a reminder of these people that you're been with every day, but a reminder these slight women shouldn't have this strength, but they do. And they lift him, rush him out, take him past the blood fountain where they meet Requiem with Lenora's tome. Lenora grabs her tome, flips it open, puts her hand on it, puts her hand on Elian, and you see, I imagine it's everyone's probably gathered this, you guys could probably, a huge commotion. You see Lenora lay her hand on Elian's chest, and you see this burning white light emitting from her palm on Elian's chest. And I think Borislav, such a strange sight. This dead creature, a vampire, casting an obvious healing spell, a little alien to you. Like, you're not, certainly not like druidic magic, but you're familiar with like, clerical magic as you've been to some elvish towns. And so, but so strange. A pale light, not golden, not bright, but still effectual. Go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
Nat 20.
Nat freaking 20.
Huge.
That's quite a nat 20. That's quite a nat 20.
No.
You see this light, and what you identify from this is I think like you don't have a stake in this. You don't know Alien. And I think like, you're an individual who understands like you kill to survive. Like, this man dying doesn't really affect you in one way or the other. But you see this magic, and what you identify with a natural 20 on this insight is not even something that I think Lenora knows, is that this magic that she's using is stolen. This magic that she's using to heal, you're like, so strange that a vampire even has this ability. And you're like, she must serve the faceless god. But this faceless god is a god of death. What business does he have granting life? And you're like, and I think your mind goes to that, and you're like, not even like Lenora. You identify like she appears perfectly faithful in this moment, and you're like, she doesn't even know that she's being deceived.
Wow.
Is I think what you get in that moment.
Awesome.
She casts a spell. This light ignites in his chest, and Elian
Puke it up, buddy.
spits up some bile and sits. Lenora, her hand resting on him, head kind of bows. Damn it, Elian! And will get up and begins like pacing towards the door. What do you guys do?
I was watching Lenora trying to make eye contact with her, and then I don't know if at any time they look at me, but I'm trying to do like a question look because I still don't know what happened other than he was just dead and they were in the library with them. But it's more of like a stern but like questioning look, but like I'm a little ticked off. But I'm like hoping she got my word. I don't know. It's less words because right now I'm like, it's more of Lenora just had this conversation.
I'm not making eye contact because I am.
Elian
I probably would have
sits
made eye contact with you.
like laying, turned to his side, bile at his mouth, looks at the scene surrounding him, just closes his eyes. Head hits the stone floor of your manor entrance.
Why?
Is he dead?
No.
No,
I
he's
was like,
asleep.
defeated. We just brought him back to life.
I'm
Tried
gonna
to die.
I'll get something to start cleaning him up and see if he says get him water, like whatever I think he would need to start recovering to be able to get up and get him to rest.
I'm just going to look at him and say, you were one track ahead. I thought keeping you in this manner would keep you safe, yet I didn't anticipate you try and take your own life, Elian. Do you not think we can protect you from whatever it is you've gotten yourself into?
It's you who I'm afraid of.
Me? Or all of us? Me?
You're the figurehead, but all of you? Yes. when you learn of my betrayal.
Yeah, that's
And-
close.
In his mind, he will hear,
Yeah.
I know and I love you anyway.
Nix, maybe we could get him to his quarters so he can rest.
He closes his eyes and begins to weep.
I too will message him.
Your message is whispers.
I say,
Yeah, as I'm helping.
Elliot, you're far more valuable here than anywhere else, regardless of what you've done.
Tears rolling down his cheek.
Can he walk? Like, you, though, I'm not going to enlist you to help me carry him. Luma, I'm going to turn to you, Luma. I'm going to just, it's Numa, not Numa. Luma.
L.
Luma. And I'm going to look at
Luma.
Nix and say she's gone.
Did
took her
Nymir
back.
call again?
Yes.
This has been a night from hell.
Straggle still fuming about.
Take
I think he's calmed down.
kind of a little bit after seeing your
Yeah.
friend.
After seeing everything that happened, I think I snapped out of it as soon as she came running out.
I'll just sit here
I'm
and
just
like
gonna
hold his
say-
hand if he'll let me.
I think I would have been like far enough back, kind of by Tragul. Like sometimes it's better to let the weak die and get rid of these problems. But if he's important to your cause, then maybe it's one you should protect.
No,
I agree.
we
My
need
fringe.
a plan, and I
Fringe.
can't
Unfortunately,
Delete
even
him.
imagine what she's facing.
Therefore,
back
I'll help
with,
in any way I
What
can.
is her name?
Luma.
No,
Luma?
the
Nymira.
Nymira. And is there anything that we can do to get her back? She was willing.
I need to have a conversation or send somebody instead for our house to Nymira to see what it would be that Nymira would want in trade for Luma. But we are facing a lot right now in a small battle, so please get Elian.
Yeah, Lenora returns, obviously fuming. I will take him to his room. where
I'll
we
go
can
with her.
get
Lenora,
rest.
please stay with him. You
I
must.
will not let him out of my sight.
I am sorry that I didn't realize he needed protection within our own walls.
He is resourceful. And you see she kind of looks at Elian as she says that and will help Elian up and lead them out of the manor because their quarters are in the
Can I still go with them?
barracks.
Like to go with.
Yeah,
Joseph.
you can go with.
What do I feel? Just real quick. What is like Lenora? I know that they have a close relationship, and he's like pretty much her apprentice, isn't he? Like
He's her scribe.
for scribe. But what else? Like, do I pick up on a different kind of like?
Give me
what,
an insight check.
Yeah, thank you.
Who are you? Are you inciting
wanna-
Lenora or Alien?
Maybe Lenora, since she's giving the most emotion right now. I want to pick up on like what kind of relationship they have, like what ties they have. 16. 23.
23 is very high. Lenora adds 3 to this roll. It's a 10.
So 13.
13. In this moment, Lenora's a vampire. She's very old. She has a very difficult job. And I think you've gathered that she is very conflicted, maybe more so in her life, about many things. Her role, and I think even
Her
what
faith.
you've gathered, her faith.
Faith.
Which is above board as a cleric, a dangerous place to be. You, with her, just her body language, her frustration with Elian, you gather that she is helplessly in love with this
Okay,
young
yeah.
man.
Like love?
Probably couldn't insight to
said
him
in love.
right now
In
with
love,
her.
not just love.
Like,
in
see if he
love.
reciprocates that. Have I picked up on anything like that?
I mean, with
so taboo for her too.
yeah, with that high insight, I mean, I think obvious attraction. But like with Elian, probably more nervousness, but certainly, undying respect for Lenora.
May I say something else to Elian before he leaves the room and awaken mind? Elian, my friend, tell the truth. I will back you. There's more than the way out that you tried. I'll see you through it. I need you. We need you. You dream of a better place, a voice of the people?
Thanks, you, Nix. You're a good friend. As a response, and then Lenora, Elian, and Requiem head off to the barracks to get Elian situated. As everybody else do, I will once again remind you, this has been a very long day. And we haven't established in this home what your arrangements are. Where do you sleep?
Is it okay if I go to sleep in the garden? It's the nicest place around here that I've seen, and I am tired.
He sounds so tired. You may. Just be careful and wary of the mace.
Okay. And I'm gonna, before Nix leaves the place, I'm like, Nix, whatever you are wearing right now, that doesn't smell like you, my friend. I think you can find yourself a and I'm gonna switch my bear like talking, and I'm gonna be like walking and kind of like.
I missed that. Can I be coming back?
Muttering while walking towards the garden.
Can situate that.
This is the first time we've all
This is the
seen a
first
real
time
bear.
you've seen me turning into a
I'm
big
just going to be
bear.
staring at it and then turn to both of you and be like,
And I'm gonna go find a spot in the garden.
You're gonna get like a little bit
curl
shocked
up.
at first because a
I'm
bear
gonna do what
suddenly
Benji
appears
does
in
and
the
spin
room.
like 5 or 6 times, find a nice little spot kind of close to where the hedge mage starts, and find myself a spot to sleep.
Just like a huge grizzly.
Just
like
a
an
giant
unnatural huge grizzly.
16 insight to see if I understood the last part through your body language.
So what you would have got is like out of me barely muttering like, this may not be your real form.
Yeah.
But I smell the real you somewhere. And
As a ranger, is there anything that I would feel like I could offer Big Bear? Because I'm not thinking of him as Borislav right now. That would help him
Suddenly
feel
there's
a
a bear.
little more homely outside.
You
Companion?
can try and get him jerky again.
Sure, yeah, you can
Is there fish here? Can I bring him
or you could
fish?
go outside and find some like dead branches. Uncomfortable looking bed for us, but bears seem to like.
Yeah, just gonna like do something. Just
In the garden.
okay, walk away.
You where the garden's nice and green and lush
Yeah.
and very.
oh yeah, I'm making your very pretty manicured garden not so pretty.
Yeah,
It's
take
gonna
some
be
of
like
those,
a
take
big,
some of
like,
those
big
hedges and
flat
Yeah, just
spot.
pushing them
them.
down.
Before I
This
left,
looks great.
Yeah.
Before I left,
Okay.
did it seem like Lenora and Elian had everything that they needed? Was she gonna probably
Yeah, you see Lenorian.
Lenorian? That's their couple,
Couple
name.
name.
Oh my god.
Lenora.
Lenora
Right down.
Lenora.
will, she, is certainly, you see her in business mode. Certainly not letting Elian out of her sight, caring for him. You see in the barracks, they've found like a quiet bunk. Certainly, a little out of place in this moment. Like you see your guards or Virilia's guards, like also in there kind of side-eyeing you all as you walk through, as they're like, doffing their armor and putting their blades away, and then see, you all in a quiet bunk in the area. But she's begins to make a pot of tea and to care for him. Yeah.
After I do the bear thing, I want to run through walls again, to get there quickly. I want to go look and investigate the library and see.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Whoops, am I doing it to him?
I was headed down that way.
I'm also gonna send him. Oh, go ahead.
8.
8. Focusing on the task at the tasks at hand, getting there the fastest way that I can. You stop. Coming through this wall, wraithing through it, and you feel your And I don't know if you're going through a wall. You're just in a hallway. I think you're completely by yourself at this moment. And you see yourself split with like these tendrils of smoke in between you. And you see this split version of you as your consciousness is simultaneously two places at once. And this wraith, almost entirely like smoke version of yourself, back to you, turns.
Shit.
And then you're back. And just that face of like torment, undeath, the desire to consume all comes back to you. You feel your anchor pull, and it is a reminder of your nature and what your pull is.
Awesome.
Crazy.
Okay, I'm not going to run through anymore.
Yeah. Nightmare
Just,
fuel.
I'm just going to...
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I'm going to continue what I'm doing.
So I was headed to the library too, but I was walking at a very normal, even slow pace. So
Perfect.
do with that what you want.
Perfect.
So you head to the library, the pair of you. You see those three, the two bundles, one addressed to Requiem, one addressed to Nyx, and then the folded paper that says, "My friends."
What does it say?
What do you read?
Which one are you reading?
The folded.
You open the letter, the folded letter that says, hastily scrawled, still in Elian's meticulous hand. "My friends, I never wished to harm you. What began as curiosity became coercion. They hold my sister's life in the balance.
I was wondering if he had family.
If you're reading this, I have likely taken coward's refuge in oblivion. The included notes will finish what we started. Requiem, your anchor is not a chain, but a convergence. Nyx, the crater's pulse matches the sun disk fragment cadence. See page 12. Yep. Please forgive a scribe who wrote himself into a corner. Elian, ashen, quill, no longer."
Wow. Who has his sister?
Elian.
It's a question.
They have it, his sister. And so whoever's they. And he is afraid of vampires.
It's a question for him.
Ugh, okay. Nyx, do you want to hold on to these?
I'm not even there yet. Well, I don't know how long it took you to go through those. I might be just arriving just as you...
I think you arrived essentially simultaneously. You had to go outside and gather branches and go to the garden and deliver them.
And then she had her mental breakdown.
I still have
Jump scared
goosebumps
herself.
from that. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But I didn't see her ghost form.
I don't think you saw her ghost form because at that point she said she wasn't running through walls
Do
anymore.
you hear anything down the halls?
So she should maybe
screeched
just
randomly.
in front of you.
Probably.
Yeah, that was pretty good roll.
Kind of a girlish scream.
19-ish. So.
Yeah.
But like just behind her, and I think she, had just finished reading the note and then you arrived.
Okay. Not a chain, but a convergence.
While they're doing that, I'd probably send another message through Maze over to Lenora, and it's just going to say, "I'm sorry I failed." Actually, it's just going to say, "I'm sorry I failed. Let me know if there's anything you need right away," type of thing. And it's going to go to Maze to give to Lenora.
Okay. You'll receive a response like 15 minutes later in Lenora's hand. "Not your fault. Thank you for your help."
I'm going to grab the... Hold on. Nyx, is there anything else you'd like to do down here? Not, I feel like we
I'd like
should...
to gather up all the books
I'm gonna
that
grab
he
my
had pulled
pile.
off the shelf and take note of all of those things. And I would probably just sit down and start kind of leafing through them to see, to
to kind of investigate a little bit more of that stuff. Nix doesn't want to feel like himself, so he's also going to go perform Ghost Song ritual and form that tether with Martin, probably before he's doing any of that reading.
Do I see?
I'm not really, I'm seeking some privacy, but you could probably go spy on me if you wanted. Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm going to grab my pile and then head back up. Probably go investigate my pile. I'll give you your privacy.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like you're in a...
What did you guys do with the note he left for everyone?
I can take it if I notice that you're staying. I can take it with me.
Take what?
The note.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take the note. I'd probably keep my specific package. Did you read my stuff as well, or
just the friends one that he's and then I'll just like whisper so you can hear me. Like, I'm here for you, Nix. If I hope we can do what we can for Luma, and then leave with my books.
Next, give me an investigation check.
Add this there with it now. I'd like to do guidance as well. Okay.
Come on.
No, that's cocked. That's not great. 9.
Want to study with me?
13 total.
Mm-hmm.
God bless Alien. A lot of this, what he's, like detailed, I'd say like 23 pages of notes, primarily centered on, the crater that you've discussed, but like a deep dive and almost like a manic level connection to, as he's like figuring out the connection to the shattered sun disk fragment that he has access to, but like so much of it over your head. Yeah. Like it got fully into like his notes are for himself only, or for like above board, like a 15th level wizard to understand, that you were like, Elian, what am I supposed to do with this, man? But the things that you gather are that he is like certain that there's a connection between the crater and the fragment of the shattered sun disk, specifically that was stolen from Warehouse 9 by the Sunlit Path. Yeah. And you see like many notes indicating that he thinks the faceless god is involved in both somehow.
Both meaning?
Both the shattered sun disk fragment and the crater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
And I think like, how would the faceless god be involved with the shattered sun disk, is what is pulling through your mind. Like, but because the shattered sun disk is a manufactured item.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's what pulls at you.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to just keep trying to read it. It all goes over my head, but I just have to throw myself at something. And so I just keep pouring over it until eventually I just fall asleep from exhaustion, just on the table with the books.
Okay.
Bunch of my books. For you, where are you at right now?
After all that, I would have sent a message, and then I probably, after watching the bear, sending a message, would have gone to my quarters.
Zafira, what quarters are you?
That's a really good question.
Because you do have a room.
I was going to say, I would probably be going to...
Is Verilia still in her quarters?
My room.
Verilia's not in her quarters.
All those notes in there.
Zafira has, you have your room that would be like yours.
Yeah.
You didn't live here other than the last like few months before you became a Blood Cloak.
Yeah.
Your parents lived in the Black City, but you would visit here often normally during the summer. So you have like the room that's always yours and has your things in it that you're comfortable with. Say like Verilia has her quarters, but Verilia's quarters are like uniquely Verilia.
Yeah.
Like very simple. She has her bed and she has her windows overlooking Slavoka, but like the bare necessities are in her quarters.
I would, as far as staying, I likely would stay in my own room out of comfort, but I'd say I'd probably go into her room first because it's like after all this stress, it'd be to walk through her room and like kind of try to seek some sort of comfort that's like, because it's uniquely hers. Mm-hmm. So I'd be like, I don't know what I'd be searching for, but just try and calm down there first. Plus, I'm hurting. So do we drink out at the fountain or like fill that? Or do we have our own separate area that I get like blood from if I'm like, I need a glass to calm my nerves? And I'm like, do I just like go by the fountain, or is that like, that's forbidden blood? You don't drink the forbidden blood. That's
you've never seen Verelia drink.
Bobbing for apples in the
like
blood fountain.
No.
Well, you do know that there are like stores in the basement, you know, like where there would be a lot of wine, but there would also be...
I'd probably like send, honestly, Maze there for both while I go to Verelia's quarters first, roam about it, kind of try and calm down and get my brain together with all the everything that's happening.
I'll be waiting in your room then.
And then once I've calmed down and probably I imagine Maze finds me there, head towards my room to wind down.
And Reckle,
you're in my room.
Saphira's room?
Yeah. Whoa.
Sitting cross-legged on your bed, and I've got a bunch of books.
Hi. Oh, my.
Do you want to look through these with me?
You're not exhausted.
I am.
Yeah, what do we got here?
Okay, perfect.
What are these?
Here's your blood.
How did you have it?
I took it from Maze. I got it. Okay. Here you go.
Here's your blood. Oh, thank you.
Actually, you can just sit there if you need to, and I'll just start going through. But if you want to jump in, you can.
What are these books? These are...
Elian left them right before he them.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is the letter that he wrote right before he tried to leave.
I'll read it and be like,
and I know he's
family ties,
fearing for his life right now.
Well, first thing first. Well, I shouldn't say first thing first. We have to find Luma. We have to figure out what's going on as far as trying to keep giants at bay and Brightwoods at bay and the crown at bay. But you know what we also need to do?
Have a funeral.
Figure out who has... Yeah, we need a funeral too. Thank you very much for reminding me.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, need to find who's they. Who has his sister?
Who is his sister?
Who is his sister?
Who is his sister?
And how we can get her back.
You've got like 21 hours before you need to do a treaty with the...
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh, and don't forget, we have to make a treaty with...
Yeah, just a little thing. It's
the little magic.
With the treaty, we have the Inquisitor coming in like less than 2 days. What is it now? Like a day and a half as well. Would you like to work this castle in my city?
DM spamming us.
Yeah, well, okay.
Okay, can I look through, like, while we're talking?
Give me an investigation check.
I will also investigate.
You can do with...
Do it with advantage because I'm more so just like watching.
You might want to roll.
Okay. 15. And 18.
23.
You did with advantage? But you're plus 0 to
18.
investigation.
Yeah, 18.
Okay.
With advantage.
Actually, it's 24. Sorry. I'm like half looking at what she's doing as I'm like talking about everything. But like, oh yeah.
You're so smart.
Sorry, did you look over Nyx's papers?
I don't know. I think I just grabbed the...
Okay. You see that Elian's papers to you are addressed like very... I don't think you've had any written correspondence with Elian before, but very conversationally. And it sounds like Elian's just like speaking to you as he's writing. Yep. So you said you wanted to know more about you, which is frankly fascinating. I mean, morally important too, but academically, well, rare to speak with a wraith that isn't, trying to actively unmake me. You're not like the others. That much is obvious. You're still holding on. That means you're anchored somehow, as we've discussed. You see a page of hand-drawn diagrams, some of them hastily scratched out. Narrowed it down to a few categories based on historical records and extrapolated theories or object, person, place, duty, curse, etc. The tricky part is anchors aren't always logical. They're emotional. Powerful, tangled, messy things. And in your case, well, you've already defied a lot of expectations by just being you. I'd be curious to know if you recall the moment you died or maybe didn't die. Was that tied to someone or something, or a vow, perhaps? But, anything you can rack your mind about? Were you trying to save someone, protect someone, enact vengeance? Just tell me if I'm getting too blunt. I don't want you to be offended. Just slightly humiliated, which I can manage. Do you feel pulled toward anything? I'd be curious to know. Places that you linger too long. Names you hear that stir something.
This was research about the ruins from the assassins. So it's up to you if you actually allowed me to investigate this with you.
She's
there. I'm just reading it. I'm throwing back a glass of wine. Can I drink wine?
Yeah.
Sweet.
You have to concentrate a little bit.
Beer?
It's not like goes through Casper or just goes through.
The fire in this room, slowly kindled by May's flickers. It's my educated guess that you're not tethered to a relic. I don't think that's at all the case, which is normally so with race. And I think your mind may go towards a person, but that's not necessarily it as well, though it is a part of it. But you're bound to a purpose, a convergence of vow and curse, which is why you haven't unraveled, and why your identity is still intact. This gets messy, layered, but not unheard of. Ancient orders, particularly ones with divine mandates, anchors have been known to manifest through oaths, especially one involving land, law, or lineage. The Order of Agi Solis, they had vows tied to specific regions. There's a fragment I once found, translated terribly, but it suggested their paladins swore not just to ideals, but to places, to protect Slavoka. Or, Port Karak, as it was known then. And here's the strange bit. They believed the place's physical form, its buildings, land, even its ruling soul, was a kind of living covenant, a manifestation of order, or stability. That meant their oath wasn't just to the land, it was to whoever ruled it. I don't mean to be too forward, but if you were one of them, or if your devotion was ever bound to that ideal, it could mean that your anchor isn't just Slavoka, it might be the city itself, or its rightful sovereign.
I go,
Shifting anchor, active loyalty, spiritual resonance through dynastic lineage. Gods, no wonder why you haven't unraveled. You've been clinging to your own morality by choosing someone else's fate. But, I'm not that I'm saying that you're choosing anyone or that it's you, anything romantic, or maybe it is. It doesn't have to be. It could be civic pride. If your purpose falters, your anchor might slip. But if it's rooted in someone still standing, still fighting, that's powerful. Terrifying, but powerful. We just need to keep you tethered, no matter what. This isn't something that can be solved quickly. But this is worth digging into, and you, Requiem, you're still you. That matters. That means something. That's the end.
I'll just kind of close the notebook a little bit and do this a little bit.
And in that moment, your mind goes to when a broken Requiem kneeled in the temple of Apollo, and you saw that Jesus in the toast image of Elian in the flowers.
Okay, yeah, is that the face? When I look at the face.
I'm just awkwardly minding my own business, but letting you have your moment.
Yeah, this was. I'll come back to this.
Yeah.
Was that everything that was in that pile.
Yeah, I mean, other than like his more technical notes and drawings and schematics and things that led him, but you see that was addressed like specifically in a very honest hand conversationally from Elian.
Okay. I'm sorry if that was an overshare. That was a lot.
No, it's
kind of
very
news to me too.
Formal, informational. How long have you and Elian been researching this?
I thought he forgot about it. And my research was kind of completed when I died. Fainted, went down. You died. And then Relia died. And
12 hours ago? Yeah.
12 hours ago.
14-ish hours ago, yeah.
He has probably spent hours on this, and within 30 seconds, I probably found out, or at least had a hunch on what he's saying here. I'm going to put that aside. I thought that he was going down there, and I thought this had to do with who tried to kill you tonight. But we still need to investigate that.
It's quite, there's lots of different put away for later categories going on right now.
Do we think that Luma has a day?
A day.
If we waited a day to do something about that.
Luma went on the call. If Luma just hates Nymira. We do need to get her. She doesn't belong there.
I'm worried
Isn't
about
like
what
them.
Nymira will do to her if she learns
If she's able to...
where she's at, if she's not already in a sort of way.
I need to get word out to Nymira to discuss possibilities as far as what kind of traits she'd like.
Or we do a mission, go in and take her out, and then have a discussion.
Against the bone quarters.
Yeah.
I feel like Nyx already did that one time, and he almost died by the sound
he was
of
by
it.
himself.
But
I feel like...
Ocean's 5, baby. Let's
Well,
go.
I feel like...
I am not saying I'm opposed to this. This is definitely a conversation to be had about
For sure.
time and place and when.
And it could be the wine talking, but I think if I rested, probably patch up a few things that's going on right now, because
A heist.
just a little bit of a...
You need to recover, my dear.
Yeah.
You're looking far worse than I am right now, actually.
Yeah. I feel like we could...
We're going to all have to have a very good discussion here soon in the morning. I think by now most are asleep, and for good reason. It's been a long day. We need to recover at least a little bit, but we're going to have a good discussion as far as time, placements between everything that's coming our way, and an action plan for the right things in the right time. And I mean, the most I can do right now before we can get with the others is send out a message. But again, Nymira's...
I'm worried if we
crafty.
try and trade with her that she'll see that we find value in Luma, and then that'll make her dig her claws in her more. Or wonder why we're valuing her.
But if she doesn't know anybody's valuing her, then that's what stops her from being angry and choosing a far worse course for her. Wow, that's a hard word to say. Course.
We should nap and then go.
Nap.
Cheers. Okay, good night.
Okay, bye.
I mean, it is your call. You are in charge.
Everyone just left Tragwool.
It's fine.
And he started to make his way outside to meet with Borislav, and he was just so exhausted, he face planted right out of the steps.
leaning up against the hedge.
Yeah, exactly. He's just out.
We destroyed that girl.
Aurelia's turning over in her grave right now.
Yeah.
So much work.
And before I leave, I do say, you are still doing a wonderful job. I know that it hasn't even been 24 hours, and you have not even had time to grieve for your grandmother. And I'm sorry. But I'm here if you need me. however you need me. Not however I can serve you.
See me get a little bit.
However, good night.
Thank you. Good night. Good night.
I'm going to take all the notes and I'm going to carry everything out of there. My cup wine is up there and then
up in between.
Yeah. Okay.
Where does Requiem go? Spend the night.
Do I have a room?
You've never stayed here.
Oh, I'm going to pop back and off for Do I have a room? Is there somewhere I can stay?
Choose whichever one you like up here. There's quite a few. I mean, just not for Elias, please.
No, I wouldn't. Okay, I'll just go to the next open room.
Imagine there's a few
Karina's
extra random guest bedrooms out of it.
Karina. I wouldn't even have to worry about that.
Passed out. Yeah. She slumped all of her clothes.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, there are a large wing of very well appointed guest rooms. Okay. So you lay down for the night as well. Zafira, do you go to bed?
Do I sleep?
You don't have to sleep.
Do I need to heal?
Yeah, I mean, you need to be inactive for a long rest period, but you don't have to physically sleep.
So I can just sit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember if I actually have to sleep or if I just have to rest.
You do have to sleep.
I do have to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, upside down.
Yeah.
You have to sleep in this position. That's the rule.
and you must wake up and just.
I was it probably took me a little while to go to sleep, but I just drink enough mixture of blood and wine to just try to sleep, even if it's just a few hours. Definitely not a very good rest.
No need to sleep, eat, or drink, or breathe.
Oh.
Nix.
That's crazy.
You awake, shivering.
Oh, fun.
Suddenly deathly cold.
Uh-oh. I should have had
A hush hangs over the dark of the library. I think suddenly, when you wake up in a strange place, how did you get here? Where were you? Why are you here? In the library before it comes to you. A candle that was flickering on the work table, lighting, when Elian was working and when you were working subsequently, gutters out, snuffs on its own, no wind, but just ice begins to appear on the table itself and on the stone floor next to it. You hear the distant crash of surf. You smell iron brine, though you are, of course, nowhere near the sea. On that ice-crusted, snowflaked stone floor, a shape emerges, apparates from the floor in front of you. A tall silhouette appears in a tattered naval coat, tricorn hat, and eyes glowing like molten coins. Mist coils around skeletal knuckles that grip a shadow steel cutlass. Frost spreads towards you as you sit up and see this at the library table. And this ghostly, mostly bone face inches from you. Wake, wake, little skin thief. I taste warm blood in this chamber and it calls to me. Give me a reason and I'll spill it, slow as molasses, sweet as rum. You feel the physical realness of this cutlass blade at your neck. It pricks your throat. Do you know how many hearts I've stilled for less than a stray coin? One twitch and I'll add yours to the tally, boy.
I stay completely still.
His other hand emerges. You hear the sound of frozen iron as they clasp manacles around your hand. And he holds the chain. Now then, before I carve my initials into your sternum, explain the 43 gold pieces, 6 silver pillaged from my vault for ale, meat pies, and a private room at the Pickle Den.
Can I roll a history check or something to see if I remember? Sure.
Wait, when did this happen?
That's pretty good. Is it history?
Sure.
Okay, cool. And I get this as well, which is nice. So
Why don't I recall
23.
23. He, hand holding, slashes his cutlass back into its scabbard, which draws a rumpled parchment and lays it down in front of you, which you see is an invoice from the Pickled Imp, itemized for earlier this evening.
Yeah.
Shackled, go to my waist, and I grab my muddy pouch, and I open it up. I show him the money.
Hey.
No.
And I place it.
You see his eyes, these almost like exactly, and I think like it's hard to see his face, though certainly, give me a nature check.
Nature. Mm-hmm. Nature. It's also intelligence, so I can still. Natural 20.
Like his face, obviously undead, obviously spectral, but the realness of his physical form, and as he looks at you, these eyes, like, just gotta be molten coins. There's no other explanation for why they glow, and like you almost see like the symbol of old, like some old currency on them as they look at you. As you hold the gold to him, you see them grow and glow greedily. Mm-hmm. And the smoke appearing from his presence, you see him glitch. Mm-hmm. And you've seen someone else do that. You identify this creature as a wraith.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Maybe.
I would happily pay my bill, fair sir. And with extra for your inconvenience. We're all friends here, are we not?
I've not met you yet,
I cast
boy.
friends on him.
Friends?
Is there a saving throw associated?
It's a spell?
It's a concentration, charm tradition, magically emanate a sense of friendship towards one creature you can see within range. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
And DC is 15.
15. He adds 7 to this roll.
Oh my. Big wisdom.
A 13.
Oh.
He stabs you with the cutlass.
Holy shit.
Okay. Wait, it was lower than yours? Oh, that was a 13, so plus 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Misses
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Oh. Ooh.
into the chair next to you.
Whew.
Don't try that again, boy.
Nee.
I've just met you.
I suppose you should take all the money then.
This is a start. He grabs the coins, hoists you up by the manacles, and he begins, like you hoisted up this creature, impossibly strong, throws your hands behind you, and you begin to be frog marched, like up the stairs of the library, through the halls. You see, as you emerge, the door bangs open, like as he nears it with just like a ghostly wind. And you see guards immediately like turn, draw their scabbards, and then like sheath them and step aside to allow him to pass.
Would I hear anything if I'm not sleeping?
You will in a moment. There's a thin sheet of ice that manifests beneath you as he marches you in front of them, and you're like skidding on it as he hoists you up and carries you through. Portraits on these immaculate hallways are like rattling, and these wall sconces, the whole lanterns are like guttering out as he passes.
Torturing my poor house.
Bangs open the door to Virilia's room.
Oh no!
Looks around and where the hell is she?
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
And then
Can we just come out? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd wake up.
Already.
Turns around and you see
I have a blade up. Like, as I enter her.
Well, I'm not sleeping, so when I get out there...
I think you both wake up.
Yeah.
Whether you're not asleep, Requiem, but you emerge out of the hallway and you see the sight of, the spectral form, like a 7-foot tall smoke emanating from the silhouette. Give me a history check. The DC is 50.
Do I recognize him? Is it Ray?
You feel an anchor in your chest as
24.
you recognize another wraith immediately. Just like there's a connection, but like a simultaneously tethered wraith. Zolfira, you have never seen this individual, but you know of tales of Virilia's treasurer, James Mephisto. Captain James Mephisto.
Exactly who you
must defeat him in order to claim his position.
So when I know who he is, even though I've never seen him, but get the sense of who he is right away.
Because you put it on the Skorn estate, didn't you?
James Mephisto?
James Mephisto.
Funny.
Yeah, Captain James Mephisto.
Oh my
Mephisto.
I forgot he put
So
the,
I wouldn't
put
have
on
known.
the estate
I've never
of
seen
the
him, but
Skorn
I
estate
get
tab.
the idea of who he is pretty much as soon as I'm seeing him.
Yeah, I think you don't it's one of the people in your grandmother's staff who you hope you never see him.
Oh, gosh.
Actually,
with a very high history check, I think you recall.
Amazing.
Virilia didn't like to talk about him a lot, but just some of the stories that other staff would whisper, a very mysterious figure that was once in life a pirate captain.
Sounds just like that, yeah.
Raiding merchant lanes, across the seas. The rumor is that he is a co-founder of Port Blackwater, which is the now almost like capitalist nation of pirates that live in the Materia Isles, but so one of the OGs basically, and that 300 years ago, before Virilia was a vampire, that she enlisted him as a mercenary when he was still alive to help with the initial sacking of Port Kyrak, which is now Slavoka, and that his crew mutinied, and in that burgeoning undeath power and him being tied to his hoard that was in his ship, became a wraith. And after the battle still served Virilia bound to his oath. And that you understand that something he vehemently, religiously protects his hoard, which is now, because they struck a bargain with Virilia, which is now Virilia's hoard, and impossible to discern which is his gold and which is Virilia's gold.
Try and get his hands.
So realistically, you think as what you understand
your fault.
What you understand of wraiths and anchors, some of this gold in your hoard is his anchor. And he doesn't know exactly which one is it. So he's he makes damn sure that none of it leaves, because if enough of it leaves, he's untethered.
Oof,
basically.
That's scary. Are we supposed to spend anything?
So that's what you know. Captain James Mephisto.
The moaning myrtle of frickin'
I know.
but he turns. Nick's in front of him, shackled, holding him up, very uncomfortably on the sheet of ice. Where's Virilia?
Oh, wow. James, it's quite nice to make your acquaintance. I am Zolfira Skorn.
You smell familiar.
Because Virilia was my grandmother.
Was?
As of, how many hours has it been? 15-ish hours, give or take. Virilia is no longer with us. I am now your countess.
Lowers the chains some. Nick's kneeling down.
If you would please put my friend down and we can talk civilized.
Well then.
It's this guy.
Countess Skorn, forgive the intrusion, but as you can see, no one has seen fit to tell me of this sudden change in leadership.
Well, as I've said, it's been only a handful of hours, and word is getting out as quickly and as... I apologize that word has not gotten your way yet.
Then who is this boy? And he points at Nyx.
Gave me the invoice for the pickles.
And why do my ears burn that they are proclaiming him the treasurer of Skorn Manor?
I look at him very sternly. Well,
James, are you the treasurer?
I'm not speaking to you, boy.
Pure evil.
To pay him no mind, as he is not the treasurer, but he is in... I look at him to see if he's studying him under his breath.
Have I ever seen another wraith since
he is indeed on probation of party planning. I have given him that role.
Party planning. So he's of your staff.
He is of my staff, indeed, and he is of my actual my group. What do you call them? My
Bloody buddy.
team. My bloody buddy. No.
Well then, Countess Skorn.
Nope, I take that back.
Your employee seems to think the treasury now pays for revels and roasted pheasant at midnight.
Does it not?
Oh, my Lanta.
No. Shouldn't have done that.
Ice appears at the wall behind you, and you feel it cold on your cheeks as he...
Cool.
I apologize for the mistake.
That same crumpled build, he chucks towards your feet. Do you intend to squander your grandmother's fortune on tipples and tavern songs?
I do not. I just keep making a very annoyed look at Nyx.
Then shall we agree this ghost song spends his own coin next time?
We shall.
How is he so strong if he's a wraith? A wraith?
He's an old wraith.
He's an old wraith.
How old are you?
In your mind, you will hear, "You were there."
I just say back to her, do you see him? He's scary.
You're his boss.
We'll have to have another conversation, Countess. These coins repair the treasury, but I do not know if the ones that left were part of my hoard.
Oh.
Now, how exactly do we... how do we pay for stuff as far as Slavoka goes? If
You go through me.
Where are you? Where have you been?
I'm in the treasury.
Where is the treasury?
Down below.
Amazing.
Wow.
So we put word
How often
out.
do you come up?
Only when I have to.
Like
Pray
when
that it doesn't
he's
happen
off.
often.
Like this?
Only
Like
when he's
this.
Wow.
pissed off.
Oh, I suppose this is good timing. I'm going to need a stipend for this party planning that I have to do.
4
Can you-
Varelias.
I suggest you
I believe we
go
can...
through me.
Am I able to do that? Glow? Do
You try to make eyes appear.
Can I try?
You see, as you try,
Working.
your form flickers, and you see the golden eyes, the golden molten coin eyes of Captain James Mephisto glow at you. Oh, you're like me.
I mean,
Poor dear.
he's a little nicer.
Don't wish this fate on anyone.
No, I wouldn't.
Go through me! He grabs the coin, disappears through the floor.
Yes.
You still got the
I got
shambles
it.
on.
I look
Like
over.
the ice on the
Needed
floor
that.
begins to slowly thaw.
Okay.
Look over at Nyx and I say, you go through him now. Have fun.
Well, it was
You want to meet...
gonna pull the glasses out of my... Well, it was $42 gold for the thing. I gave him all of my money, so you got 108 gold there, Matt.
How much?
Let me see how much.
So I currently have nothing. I have no face. I have no girl. My best friend just tried to kill himself, and now my money is gone. I'm given a task, and I can't complete it.
You have sneaks. Come put a hand in.
Hold on.
Are your shackles off? You need to see.
Are my shackles off?
The shackles have disappeared.
Okay.
Hold on.
But did you guys see?
I'm gonna get out.
We're still outside.
Oh, yeah.
They're
You're
asleep.
still, yeah,
We're still asleep.
Hard asleep.
Yeah. We jacked that guard up.
He was much scarier than you, though.
Do you really believe that he is doing a better job than I would be doing? This is the guy?
Uh-huh.
This guy?
He's the polar opposite.
Not let any of that money leave?
He believes it's all his. The people need money too.
Did you see what he was?
Yeah, he might be a little more tied up in that than we think he is.
And he
was a
goes
wraith.
back to Martin. A wraith, indeed.
In the middle of the conversation?
Yeah.
Did you just change how you're talking and everything too?
I temporarily changed my form to Nick's just for that.
Okay,
quick
but did
thing,
anyone
and
else think that was
Yep.
Nyx coming, because he died at sea?
I thought that was
Porthos. Yeah, thank you.
For
I thought
sure.
that's who it was.
oh,
coming back. It was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly who I thought it was.
Okay. But now I'll be like, hold on 1 second. And I'll walk into my room to find my money since I was sleeping and not have it on me. So I'll come back out. I'm going to give you 50 gold. I'm going to say,
Hey, they're looking at
you're right. You did not do that all on your own at the bar.
No.
We all helped. And
Yes.
do not spend this all at once, Nyx. I swear, anything further, you have to talk to James. That was James. Varelia didn't like to talk about him much. And now I understand why. Do you want him to come after you?
Yes.
No.
No. No.
Is this 50 gold then the full budget for your grandmother's funeral?
No, that's separate. This is for you, Nyx.
Ah.
Because
You're having a hard day?
I know it's been a lot. We're going to do what we can for Luma. I'm sorry we didn't get to save her or protect her before she got taken. There's been a lot happening very fast, and I know a lot of it is affecting you directly.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what I wanted. This is for you. Just you. As far as Grandma's funeral, that needs to go the proper channels. You and Isolde go through James. That is all he's asking. That is his job. To protect the treasury.
The treasure.
Treasure.
Definitely just the treasure.
Just the
That's what
treasure.
it's his treasure.
Yeah.
Just the
To
treasure,
protect the treasure and use it wisely. He's not going to let you go on bar trips and chaos on Slavoka's dime.
It was a good idea, though.
And I think, mechanically, you know that if a certain amount of the hoard gets spent, then he does become untethered. But I think, the reason why Varelia thought he'd be a great treasurer is this guy won't let any coin escape unless, it's cleared by him.
Yeah.
Because he's a
It's
greedy
almost
pirate
sketchy
and he's a
because
wraith who's bound to this treasure.
How do you send?
And B, you think the reason he needs everything to go through him is when someone asks for gold, he's inspecting each piece
Making
and see
sure
if it's his or not before he lets any of it.
So he is a wraith. His job is quite tied to that, literally. And wraiths untethered are not something to be... No, you don't want to deal with that. But he is also really good at his job, by the sounds of it, and Slavoka is not broke. We might be falling apart in other ways, but we're not broke.
I agree to disagree, I suppose. I've been doing a bit of math. We're taking more blood than there are vampires that need it.
Oh.
We're taking more money than the people are getting back. We are slowly bleeding the people dry here. There needs to be a greater exchange back from the government to the people.
I agree.
So I do not think he's doing his job the right way. I think the fist is too tight and the people are bleeding.
Add this to our...
The fist is not just our fist. You understand it comes from the crown, correct?
What power do we have? We're going to meet these people now in 15 hours. In 15 hours,
Zayan,
what can we offer for a treaty if not to decrease the tithe or to release the children what power do we have? What bargaining chip can we offer? Is there anything that we can do? What is the point of being in power if we are powerless?
That indeed is a great question, because really, we are in power, but we're not in the great power. The crown decides all. And you know how vampires work.
You hear a gust of wind as you say that, Zelfira, and familiar smell. I may have a bit of news on that account.
Isolde?
And Isolde is behind you.
Oh my goodness. Uncle.
I understand it was a bit of a day.
You could, yeah, we've had.
You gotta stop sending me off.
I look into my pocket and find the freaking skin of the person. And I'm like, this.
Oh.
I know, quite gross, but important. That's even grosser.
I have to look like this now.
What's happened, Nix?
Grab this is.
It's not you at all. That's
brown.
That's a boring fellow.
We have a bear outside.
My hair is gone.
Nyx is going through a crisis, identity crisis, which is quite a lot. There is a new friend. Tragul has come back with his friend. His friend is indeed interesting. Does not really seem to like the likes of me or this area, but I don't blame him. It's quite a lot.
And when you have a chance, I need to figure out how to make my inky blood into blood for her, because she died again almost. We almost died.
What?
That's one of my little secrets, but I'll share it with you, dear.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Insight check. Is the love spark still there between...
Give me an insight check.
I say that. I'm just confused by the inky blood thing because I was dead, so I didn't see that. Now I'm trying to figure out what the heck you just said.
Sorry if I spoke out of turn there.
17.
Speak your mind. On your souls, I think that you're getting attraction, but intentional distancing.
Same.
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 Like
girl.
he's having difficulty making eye contact with Requiem.
Yeah.
I would too. I'm scared.
So I overheard a bit. I have a couple pieces of news. Treating with Eldrith took far too long.
Eldrith has a lot more going on than...
And I have a lot to say. Alara wishes a meeting with you personally at your earliest convenience to discuss the contract regarding information on House Stravos.
Contract on House Stravos? Yeah, okay. Just kidding.
And despite all of my charms, I was not able to work that out myself. I apologize, dear. But better news. We heard back regarding King Lariel's response to your letter. I hear, pray tell, it was quite the event. When he received it from his brazier, he interrupted High Court to read your letter aloud and to publicly declare you Countess of Slavoka and daughter true of the Crimson Court.
Nice.
Perfect.
I bear his response.
Oh.
And he hands it to you. Sealed with a wax seal of the raven wing spread of House Stravos, says, to Countess Zelfira Skorn, daughter of the Crimson Court. My heart is broken at your news and at the loss of my beloved Virilia. I see her fire in you. Though I believe Stravia may never fully recover from her passing, I know there are none more capable hands to hold Slavoka and House Skorn than yours. Let this letter serve as official writ. Slavoka is yours to command. Any within its walls, be they General Blackheart or High Inquisitor Thrin, must heed your word unless otherwise instructed by express command by me. Those who would strike from shadows forget that shadows belong to the throne. As a sign of my favor, and protection against those who would do you harm, I return to you the oldest of my first blades, Ysolde Vailwyn, the Shadow. Though his house will still have need of him, his blade is yours to summon. Let this be understood. The house of Skorn stands not alone, and those who move against my will would do well to remember the cost of ambition. King Lariel Stravos the First.
Dang.
Well, that went pretty dang good.
That's a ray of sunshine.
Yeah. Seriously.
That's the power of ogre.
Ogre calligraphy. Yeah.
Remind me to thank Tragul in the morning when he's awake. That was quite well written. Well,
Realistically, obviously best case scenario.
With the crown, yes.
But not only that, but we assumed Thren serving as the crown would have ultimate control over her actions here, but that does not seem to be the case. So she still serves the crown in her instructions from him, but you command Slavoka. So should you stay her hand, you have the ability to do so. Again, unless he would have to write a new order specifically undermining you to, otherwise you control what happens here within these walls.
That's good to know. At least we know we can protect Lenora and Alien further.
And this a bit about me. I mean, functionally, changes little, of course. I'm always here to protect you. But think of it more as a public declaration of the king's favor. He has summoned me officially to your cause.
Well, we're happy to have you back here. We're much needed. This kind of adds a different predicament in the big war that's coming. And when I say war, I don't mean that lightly. I mean between the Brightwoods, between Ysolde, you've been gone a while. You're going to meet our friend Borislav. He is from further regions with friends with Tragul and has informed us greatly of wars from the north, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. I love a well-informed fellow.
Not even ones that we were quite aware of or realize were coming. So.
You met James.
Have you met James?
Just once, but it's
James was
very
just
chilly.
here.
Ooh, what'd you do?
Well, no, technically we all did, though. We did partake.
You spent his coin, didn't you?
I spent his.
Yeah, before we all got there, Nix was like, put this on the Skorn estate.
He absolutely would have.
Yeah.
100% he would have, yeah.
Also,
was interesting.
Couple different topics. You did come in at quite the intense time in this conversation, which, Nix, I want to give you the ground for this because I understand where you're coming from. And it sounds like we do have an extent. Yes?
Maybe he could go with us to extract.
Two things. I now control all of this, and it is officially official by the crown's doing.
So we don't even have to do that.
You just believe I have word to tell Nymeria that Luma is now going to serve the house, my house.
Nix just breathes a huge sigh of relief. You see his shoulders like that have been on.
Watching his body language.
Yeah. Relief.
And if she chooses to fight that, well,
we'll kill her.
A different battle.
Okay.
We'll take.
Just
wow.
Remember, dear,
so sorry.
Costs and repercussions. You have that. We must be tactful about these things. Our Order of Bone must obey you in word.
But not.
They can maliciously comply, shall we say.
I already know they are, as the Wells. They're already maliciously obeying.
My advice would be to keep everyone on as good a terms as you can.
So, instead of demanding that we want Luma...
Perhaps you make an offer.
We make an offer. But what kind of offer do we believe the House of Bone would like in trade of the one they undervalue? However, she knows Luma is powerful. So what if you were the House of Bone, if you were Nymeria, What would you want?
Did we just recently take away one of their wells or something? Not take away one of their wells. What did we do?
So
You told them that it was poison and put water there. He did.
Yeah, I forged a letter that warned the citizens that they were poisoning.
Okay.
They don't know who was in. Only Luma knows who was responsible for that because I was part of that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't know who was responsible for that. And outside of that, there's a whole different...
If I were Nymeria, I'd want power and independence. Something that you can offer here in Slavoka is the latter.
Independence? How?
For the illusion of independence.
She and the Order of Bone currently must still adhere to your wishes in all of their tasks. Should you decide to audit and demand something and see how that business is being conducted, you have that right, which is something that the Order of Bone hates.
Correct. However, you've seen how the Order of Bone works. No audits and no order.
Order?
Oh, no.
No order.
Order.
No, down.
Our words, though, really.
They really are. Those R's trick me. Order.
Order?
Oi. How do we think we can trust what they're doing there unaudited?
My dear, how can we trust what they're doing there audited?
We can't. So it's a lose-lose.
Something to think about. I anticipate that would be their request. That's what I would ask for if I were them. But let's take a note from them. We can comply, but we can maliciously comply.
True. So we still secretly...
You still rule Slavoka.
Okay. Yes, true.
You can audit, but maybe a little bit less seen.
Correct. Disguised people. I know a few of those.
Something to consider.
All right, we shall consider that. And aside from that, the crown is declared they're on our side, which is great news as far as what I'm doing here and now and right now. But with these wars coming, I guess the hard thing is, who is it really going to be against in the end? Do we keep the crown on our side and we go against the houses that are against that? Or is the crown the end target? That's the first time you've probably ever heard me actually say that I'm not fully overly loyal to
An insight check your soul as you said that.
only.
Bad. 6.
Your soul nods.
It is all simply just discussion, as
That's why we're here.
our new friend, who you will meet tomorrow, has stated. There are much bigger enemies that can be allies if this was a more balanced world. And you see the death happening. I know you're not a fan of it either. I think there's balance that needs to happen, and Nyx is right. We might be taking more than we're giving. We know we're taking more than we're giving. That's the way of this world.
I think if we all move forward, honoring Virilia's wishes will be to leave this place better than we found it and figure out a way to do it better than she did. But these problems aren't going to solve themselves tonight. You all look exhausted. I'm been talking to people all day. I'm exhausted. So, a night's rest.
Like 4 a.m.
Discuss it more in the morning.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Welcome back. And don't piss off James.
I wouldn't.
We'll see.
So we'll turn, walk down the steps.
Before I walk in my room, I'm just going to say there's more rooms up here. Nyx, just maybe stay out of the library for tonight.
Too close to the treasure.
maybe stay out of James's
Too close.
sight for a while.
The night passes, otherwise uneventfully. Everyone can take a long rest. First time in a long while.
Yeah.
That morning, you see, instructed by your guards, that a Skorn marked supply wagon, announced as a gift for the Countess to ease talks. It contains fine food and wine, and a cask, a series of casks that are marked 2 casks for the path. And it's just like kind of set and ready for you.
It's to take to
the meeting at midnight with
okay.
the Sunlit Path.
I guess good faith stuff. Items. Who put it there?
You asked the guards?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it arrived early this morning. Some messengers that they were wearing your insignia. We assumed that you'd arranged it.
I use my knowledge of poisons to inspect.
Give me a investigation check with advantage.
I would like, yeah. Should I investigate separately or just?
Sure.
Okay.
You want to give me
You already got advantage.
I already have advantage?
Yep.
Yeah,
you said
with advantage.
Okay, cool.
I'm groggy.
Same thing twice.
Don't
13.
worry about me.
Oh, wait. 13 plus 4, 17.
You go through, everything seems okay, except you pop one of the casks marked for the path, and your trained nose for poisons detects a faint hint of what you identify as midnight lotus that induces hallucinations and a mild necrotic effect. And with that, we will end the night session. A tense meeting at midnight coming up.
To them, yeah.
Yeah.
Time. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next time.
We're all screwed.
Was that still about like 2 each? 2 hours each? Was that like a one?